Hello guys, it's Logmonte19 here, and finally this is the first collaboration on this channel. Hopefully first of many, but still we are starting here today with Victor, and basically our topic is going to be goods and bads about Dragon Ball Super as a series in general.
Don't worry about it. I'm having a good time here. Dragon Ball Super is a series with a lot of flaws and a lot of good. Whether or not the good beats the flaws is a different story altogether, and one that we're gonna go into a little bit right here.
Yeah, basically I kind of agree because I'm kind of in the middle with this show because it is like, okay, this is where they have done really good, but why they didn't do that good when it was much easier. This is how I feel about the show in general.
I'm more on the I don't like it side. I'm not really on the middle. There is really some good, like the filler arc. Oh, I want to talk about the filler arc after the Future Trunk stuff. Yes, but I think that on the whole, it has damaged Dragon Ball more than it has helped it. But I think we're gonna talk. I think you're gonna see why as we talk more about each respective arc.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that it has damaged more than it did good. But the thing is that this damage had been done when the series first started. Now, in my opinion, as you said, we will continue more, but my opinion is that it is growing once again to being good. It is
Yes,
on that side. So
it is definitely getting better. It is definitely getting better. I can definitely give you that.
it is definitely not just being garbage after garbage after
Yeah.
garbage. So because we were so used to get that it kind of became good. I don't know if you understand me, but when you hear
Yeah.
just like when you hear that shit music that you keep listening to it, it kind of becomes good.
Yeah, and you're
And
like, oh, okay,
this is
okay.
how I
Now,
felt about this show at the start because
yeah,
I think that Toei just okay. I told you before we started this that we would start from the what is hot now, but actually it
yeah,
is not going to be that way. I'm sorry because I want to go because how we started. I want to go from the beginning. I would just want to touch upon Toei's mistake is that both movies, Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, did so well that they rushed the series so much that they turned it into garbage. A garbage that much that even Akira Toriyama had to say it is bad. So I don't really know more to say about this.
and
Just
fun-
a disclaimer. I'm sorry for interrupting you. I don't
oh,
think Toriyama is a god, just like many people do. I
no,
find so many flaws in Toriyama, especially recently, that
yes.
many people don't just get and just see him as a god. All have to just kind of accept that this guy makes a lot of mistakes.
Yes, Toriyama is by no means a perfect writer, and he knows that himself. He has said it in interviews. But I like to. The funny thing is about the Battle of Gods Resurrection F retellings is that the biggest proof that Toriyama isn't a good writer is that he asked Toei to redo it, and that's probably the most damaging thing he could ever do to Dragon Ball Super. I know fans that still like have completely dropped it because of those two arcs, and I can't really blame them. Like, there was definitely terrible stuff going on in those two arcs. I
Well,
think.
you
Go ahead.
kind of have to drop it, you know? You kind of have
Yes.
to just move on.
Yes, and oh my, it would have been so much better. What do you think about the actual movies, like by themselves?
Uh,
Did you like them or did you hate them?
Resurrection F is pure garbage.
Yes. I,
Battle of Gods is definitely the best Dragon Ball Z, if you want to count it as a Z, or Dragon Ball as a franchise movie.
uh, best Dragon Ball movie for me would probably be movie 9. You know, BoJack Unbound, but it's definitely up there. There are bad Dragon Ball movies for sure. Battle of Gods is not one of them.
The
Resurrection F is a very different story.
Well, Resurrection F kind of reminds me of these Broly moves. You know, it's kind of like, okay, Broly is a hit, so I'm just gonna fuck and I'm gonna get that merchandise money as much
Yep.
as possible. And basically, that is what is Frieza for this canon, quote unquote, people. Frieza is
Yes.
like that canon character that they like to use in the movies. Like, which he was used in Fusion Reborn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Oh
that
yeah.
Hitler
Good.
thing.
An actual good movie, by the way.
Yeah, Fusion Reborn is such an amazing movie. It's like one of my top five. But Why did Frieza have to be there? Can someone explain that to me? Or to basically just have Gohan and the others do something? Because what Gohan does is just like bomb a punch and Frieza is gone.
Yeah. All
And
right. You want to get a little bit back on topic here and get
yeah,
back to the actual Battle of Gods, the arcs?
yeah, because this kind of drifted away starting
Yeah.
from the movies. Yeah, so basically, just to wrap this up, Resurrection of F for you wasn't the worst ever, but not the best.
Oh no,
And
Resurrection F was probably like one of the worst. Battle of Gods is not one of the best in my opinion, but it's definitely a good movie in my opinion.
yeah, I kind of agree, but for me, it's still the best because I don't know, maybe it is because nostalgia. I hadn't seen a Dragon Ball movie in such a long time, and when it came out, man, I watched it like 4 or 5 times just that
Oh
year.
yeah, me too, definitely. No
So
worries.
it is kind of like going back to the nostalgia emotions and kind of
Yeah.
this. It kind of all got them together, and the way how it was made, it was all great. But now let's just go to the actual arcs.
Yes.
Uh,
How do you feel they stood up against the movies?
um, how do you say? It's like I'm making an Eminem cover.
Uh huh.
That's it. I can't rap. My voice is garbage, and that's it. So that's the biggest comparison that I could make to this because for real, like they could have done it. Just take the biggest portions of the movies, just animate some of the things so you fill out the episodes. You kind of create like fillers, and there you have it. But no, they decided to just reanimate everything and just Yamamuro, well, this guy is still not good. But it
He's
seems
still not.
like his involvement is much less now. They kind of have drifted away from him. Or even his
Yes.
style. This kind of feels like. And that is why the show is getting better. And Yamamuro was just like, okay, I'm a top here, so I'm gonna do anything that I want. And I just kind of blame him for how things went there. Maybe I'm wrong, but I kinda go against him. I know that jumping against Yamamuro is like, yeah, you just picked an easy target because everyone is kinda hating on him right now, and especially with Takahashi coming. But look at the man, he can't even finish an ending properly. What more can we
Yeah.
say about him?
Okay. Ending 11 is awful. Um,
Tell
but
me one ending that he has done well on Super.
uh, almost none. Personally, for me, the endings are only good because of the music, and ending 11 didn't even have a good song, in my opinion.
Uh,
But did you like it?
no. I even said it on my video. I don't like it at all.
But back to Battle of Gods. The first two episodes are pretty much directionless. The series doesn't really know what it wants to be. It's like I think the second episode is pretty good. You know, the one with Vegeta taking Trunks out to the amusement park.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Look, the first two episodes were good.
yes, definitely.
Let's say I would even go as far as saying the first four.
The first, everyone knows about episode 5.
Yeah, and I'm not even touching episode 5 because let's face it, Naoki Tate still gets hate about that, and it's so
Yes.
undeserved.
Very
Literally,
undeserved.
uh,
And part of the problem in those two arcs is they definitely rushed it. I don't know whose fault that was, but they
it's
announced it like
it's toy in
for
general. It's like
yeah,
toy in
it's
general because come on, it's a money machine toy. That's how they seem like to me.
yeah,
They like okay, let's see. Okay, let's give this guy a new form. But I kind of like where they are going with the new forms, but we will get into that later.
yes, and I guess Resurrection F had a big problem with just padding. I mean, not Resurrection F, Battle of God. Sorry about that. Well, we'll get into that too.
Yeah.
Had a problem with padding. They just took like 5 minutes of the movie, made it into like entire episodes, and that just kind of killed it for me. It was just very awkward, and I mean, there are definitely some issues. Like the Pilaf gang did not need to be there as much as they were. They were just all over the place in that arc.
The Pilaf gang is actually just gone, just because we aren't seeing anyone.
Yeah, we haven't seen them. We haven't seen them in a while. Thank everything.
Yeah,
What was the
yeah,
time we
but
saw-
we haven't seen them only. Oh, when was the last time that we saw them? Definitely, I think they were when we had that goodbye thing, or no?
Uh, Yeah, probably that time and a few episodes of the filler arc after the Future Trunks arc ended.
Um,
I,
Look, the one thing that I've seen with Dragon Ball Super is that they try to take a little bit out of everything. So when you
yes.
watch an arc, you will get a little bit of the OG Dragon Ball, you will get a little bit of Saiyan's arc, you will get a bit of Namek arc, Android arc, uh, Cell arc, Buu arc, everything just like a little bit, and that is kind of what threw me off with this, because
Yes.
they just try to go back so much when in a show like Dragon Ball you really can't. Don't get this the wrong way, but Dragon Ball GT kind of proves it. Because
Um.
they just really wanted to go back with this getting the Dragon Balls, going after them. They just kind of went for that theme, and
Yes.
I don't really think it is the right approach. Dragon Ball has moved so much past that. Just move forward or don't start it at all. This is
Yeah.
my idea.
Personally, for me, I don't hate the Dark Star Dragon Ball arc in GT. I don't. I think it's not good. It's not good by any means. I just don't hate it. But I definitely agree. They did not need to go back to finding the Dragon Balls.
Many people have problem with Kid Goku, but actually I don't.
Yeah,
Uh,
I actually kind of like that, to be
I
honest.
actually don't, and it's like I don't know if this was in the sub, but definitely in the dub when Goku is offered to just using the Dragon Balls and basically make him a grown up again. He's like, no, I kind of like this more because I'm not getting old, or something along these lines.
Yeah, that
So
was definitely in the sub. Yeah, he did say that.
so
That to me is just so Goku. But
yeah, because that is what I wanted to get into. That is definitely so Goku because he is like, okay, I'm getting more time to fight, so I'm actually gonna grow up again, and I'm gonna once again get people to fight with.
but who hasn't done Goku right? Dragon Ball Super in
Well,
the Battle of Gods arc to start off with.
the first two arcs definitely not, but I don't see any problem with Goku afterwards.
Yes. Um, in Dragon Ball Super, you mean? Like you don't see any problems with Goku after?
No, I don't see any problem because everything that has been done, it's so Goku, but I just see it just like they try to use a different narrative to that. It's still
Yeah.
Goku because it still feels like something that Goku would do, except that I have never kissed Chi-Chi part. That part was garbage, and that part is something that I really cannot accept that Goku had done it. Because let's face it, Goku doesn't have any social experience. This guy doesn't know how to talk. But Chi-Chi seems to have that. At least when they married, okay, before they married, but basically when Goku proposed, quote unquote, to her, she's like kissing him on the cheek and telling him that uh, this is what married couple do. So I'm like, and okay, Chichi knows this. Chichi knows everything, but she has never kissed him.
Yes.
That
So
is definitely unacceptable from what Super did. Even though I kind of like their humor.
um, so I think back to Resurrection F.
Yeah.
I think Resurrection F is the worst arc in Dragon Ball. Period. I don't care about any of the GT arcs, any of the filler arcs.
I'm not even gonna comment on that because it can't get any worse. Like it
Yeah.
really can't. It was clear that the production was rushed. They sent it overseas, I think, to do it.
Yes.
And basically, you cannot expect good things when something like that happens. Because usually you get just like one episode, but basically most of your arc. No, that is unacceptable.
Yeah, I remember episode 24 had only either like 5 or 3 episodes to actually animate. Oh my gosh, it looks terrible. You know the one where Goku and Frieza start fighting.
And
It's
that head clash of Goku and Frieza is
Yes.
literally the worst thing that could ever happen. It's like you just shaked your monitor and you get that from
Yeah,
a
we just-
standing picture.
we don't even need to talk about these arcs anymore.
Yeah,
I'd say the last 2 episodes, Vegeta versus Frieza, and the party they had after, those are 2 good episodes. But that doesn't save the arc. I think they're both still very bad.
Those 2 episodes were kind of like, okay, we might be stepping into the right direction after we have fucked
Yes.
up for so long. That is kind of the last 2 episodes felt like. And I feel, okay, this might seem that people might not agree, but I feel like Super, the anime, handled better Vegeta versus Frieza than the movie did.
You, yes, I think I actually have to agree. There's just, the direction was better because it wasn't directed by Tadayoshi Yamamuro, and actually someone who was good.
Yeah.
And it just felt like it had more weight to it. Also, the scene where Frieza destroys the planet, that was done much better in the show because you actually saw people die, like 18, all of the other family members. You saw them here.
It kind of got you emotion.
Yeah.
It kind of got you into emotions, which is something that the movie didn't. But why I say it is the worst movie is that it failed to do it for the whole complete movie. I didn't feel a single emotion while watching that movie. Besides, if you want to take that Goku's Bruce Lee punch, which is basically something that everyone talks, nothing else was done well. So basically, the arc and the movie were absolutely the worst things in Dragon Ball for me. No matter, even if you count GT, the first arc of GT, I still find good things on that first arc of GT, which is something that I don't in the movie and also in the arc.
Yeah, definitely. And then those two retellings are over. Everyone's expecting good stuff from here on in Dragon Ball. And then Universe 6 comes along. And how did you feel about that arc?
The beginning was great. Champa's introduction was incredible.
Yeah.
And let's face it, his meeting with Beerus is one of the most hilarious moments you will ever see in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, definitely.
When Beerus goes like, who are you? And it's like, man, that is just special. But when we get into the fighting part, that is where everything starts to go downhill up until Goku's Kaioken.
Yes.
And now I want to explain why is that. I'm sorry for this. I want to explain why is that so you can go along. So first of all, you have the first fight. Nothing special, and Goku who is dumb in general, but Goku in fight is no dumb. Goku is a genius when it comes to fighting. Is tricked by such a little thing and by someone that looks like Frieza.
Yes.
Like, he's looking like Frieza, so really, like, man, we are talking here about Frieza, the worst villain that they have faced. The person who actually triggered the Super Saiyan inside him. And Goku is like, oh, hey, what's up, man? Oh, you're a good guy. Just like, no, that's not Goku.
For me, I didn't mind that as much. I think Goku likes to trust people a little bit too much, and that's probably one of his problems.
Well,
but I did trust him a little bit way too much. Yeah, there is a bit too much like, hey, I want to be your friend. Hey, I want to do this. Hey, I want to do, like, Goku, relax, you just met him. You don't know anything about this guy.
Yeah, but that's Goku. But still, I don't mind it with anyone because he still keeps trying to do that. But that guy is looking like Frieza.
Yeah.
That's my problem. That guy's looking like Frieza, and you even see Vegeta saying that you can't expect something good from a person who looks like Frieza.
Like, but even before the actual tournament started, there's something I want to talk about. And that's how they totally kicked out Majin Buu, by making him fall asleep or fail the test, whatever happened, I forget. Oh, why do they always do this to Majin Buu? We're going to get to this again later into the TOP.
Yeah, I would kind of, Majin Buu wasn't such a big deal back then as it was in the tournament. So that's why I would like to talk about Buu, actually both of tournaments, but I wanted to say Tournament of Power. So I would like to talk about Majin Buu later on.
Yes, okay. And once Goku versus Butamo, I think we all know, that was animated by Kitano. That was terrible. That was just terrible. I mean, the way Goku outsmarted, just dragged him by his feet, I thought that was funny. But there wasn't it wasn't a fight. It was just Goku punching, Butamo not moving, Goku kicking him out. That's really it.
It was like Goku moving motionless, if that makes sense.
Yes. It was very ugly, that episode.
Actually, every scene with Botamo is very ugly, even in Tournament of Power. Yes. It was the same thing with Gohan. I don't know why they cannot handle that, but definitely, if you can't handle it, why you bring it?
And then, what's the next fight after that? I always forget.
Well, it is I think
Goku
that
versus
first
Frost?
it comes Frost, then after Frost comes
Okay.
after, right?
Yes, it should be. It should be Frost. Yeah.
Because let's face it, I think that Goku faced Botamo first,
Yeah.
took him out, then Frost joined it in, and basically Frost took out Goku and Piccolo.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. And then Vegeta comes on to take out Frost, and he takes out Kabe or Kaba, and then takes out Magera to finally end up losing at hit. This is the order, I think.
Yeah. Um, Goku versus Frost. I know people like it. I actually don't care for it. It's just kind of boring to me. Uh,
It's such a small portion that has zero impact whatsoever. And
yes.
it was cool when we first saw it because it was something different. But
Yeah.
looking at it now, it
It
just
doesn't
doesn't
hold
do
up.
anything for me. That's what I mean. It doesn't do anything for me. It's nothing that is gonna stay with me. Frost as a character is like that for me, if I wanna be honest.
Yes. I don't like Frost in the anime at least. I think I like him a little bit better in the manga, but we're not going to get into that too much.
T-
And go ahead. Go ahead.
no, it's just that no matter how good Totoro is, he always messes up the main villains.
Yes.
The main antagonist, I should say, because you can say that he is a villain. He kinda is, but he wasn't portrayed like one, so you can call him
Yes.
antagonist. This is
He
how
was,
I call
he
him
was
and Jin.
he was an enemy to the good guys, but not really a bad guy. If that
Yeah,
makes any sense.
that
Yeah.
and basically but he's an assassin, whatever. He just does his job.
And
That's not a good job, but he does it.
Piccolo was absolutely wasted. He got out immediately for. No, I thought his fight, like how he tried to use his Makunko Suppo special beam cannon, was pretty good. But then like he got out the same way, and it kind of led to nothing. Piccolo has been pretty useless in Dragon Ball Super so far.
It is kinda. This is the thing from the Borg, not just Dragon Ball Super.
Yes, yeah. And
I,
ever since Borg, they try to actually I'd say ever since like the Namek arc, they tried to make Piccolo less important. He gets all these power ups, but they never really do anything with him. He never does
Look,
anything.
how I see Piccolo, it's like you are relevant up until I get somebody else. So
Yeah.
basically, Toriyama got Vegeta. Vegeta is a Saiyan, so Vegeta fits the narrative better. So for me, Piccolo and Vegeta are kind of the same character.
Yes, they definitely are.
They,
I agree with that.
I never got Toriyama why he said back in the 19s, maybe 19s. This was where he said that he doesn't like Vegeta. He never stated that he hated him, but he said he doesn't like him. So I'm like, okay, Piccolo is one of your favorites, Vegeta is not, but the way how you write them, they are kind of the same.
Yes.
Except that Vegeta gets more power-ups than Piccolo,
And then
if
anybody
that's
else,
what you hate
right?
Vegeta for.
And yeah, that fight was bad. And then I actually like Vegeta versus Vegeta and Vegeta versus Kaba. Those are, I think, in my opinion, two good fights.
Well, it shows Vegeta's character development.
Yes.
That's what I've been talking all this way. Vegeta's character development hasn't really been about how he fights, more as a
Yes.
person.
Yes, I think Vegeta as a character, except for him trying to surpass Goku again, because I think that kind of defeats the purpose of the "You are number one" speech from the Buu arc. But everything else, like him with his family, him, trying to prove himself, his pride, I think that's very good in that Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super does that very well.
Yeah, I have to agree, but still, that thing from the Buu arc is not something that Vegeta has only said, because at the end of the Cell arc, he was like, "I'm never fighting again." So you can kind of trust what Vegeta says.
Yeah,
This
Vegeta's very inconsistent.
Vegeta is very impulsive. He's
Yeah.
like, okay, I feel this, I'm gonna do this. Vegeta really goes by his emotions.
Yeah, and Vegeta versus Kaba is just such a good fight. Like,
Yeah,
absolutely
that
great.
was. Some people take Goku versus it, but I actually enjoy Vegeta versus Kaba or Kabe
Yeah,
more.
That's the best fight in the tournament, in my opinion.
It's like you see that Vegeta is actually trying for someone else, like actually
Yeah.
trying besides taking Trunks out. Which isn't really something big for us, humans.
Yeah.
But it is big for Vegeta as a character.
Yeah.
But still, this really showed how the direction that his character is taking.
And actually, but before we get into Goku versus Hit, I want to talk about a bigger problem with that arc I have. Is that that arc has no stakes. It's like there's nothing bad that's going to happen if they lose the tournament. It's like they're just switching universes. Nothing's going to change.
The only stakes there are for Beerus.
Exactly. He's going to lose his food. That's it. That's really all that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's the thing. But if we think about it, imagine what Beerus would have done to Universe 7 if actually they would have lost the tournament. Man would actually leave the universe with 2 planets.
Yes.
And this is, if we think deeper about this, man, what a story that would have been.
I think actually Champa might start fighting Beerus if he tries to blow up Universe 7. The Universe 7 fighters, I think. He'd be like, "Hey, there's a mine now. What are you doing?"
Yeah, I don't know. It is kind of boring because everything is the only stakes are Beerus's food, and that's it.
Yeah.
But
And
still,
that's my biggest problem with that arc, honestly, because all of the other arcs had some tension to it. The 21st tournament had like Goku trying to prove himself that he's finally like beaten his master, even though he doesn't really know it's Muten Roshi. He's still trying to be number 1. And every other tournament has some stakes to it, like the Cell games, everyone knows. But that was just one day.
okay, the only tournament without stakes has been the 24th, right? That only Borg. It is 24th, right?
Which one's the 24th? I forget.
It is on the Borg, but it was.
Yeah, it had pretty much no stakes. It wasn't a big deal.
But it was just something to just introduce us to what is coming. That is why is that tournament, and that is why Toei kept pushing with Vegeta breaking. What is it called that he punches? That weight thing. If you remember.
The punching machine. Yeah.
Yeah, the punching machine. Yeah. Why couldn't remember this easy word? Next. Anyway,
and then we get to Goku versus Hit.
Let's just get into that, and I don't really want to talk too much about it because it is not much to say. Everything is kind of shown.
Yeah, and something I actually like is that, okay, it makes no sense how Goku is so much stronger than Vegeta in the anime. The manga actually explains it, but in the anime, it makes no sense. They're just so different for no reason, and even before Goku goes Kaioken, Goku has an upper hand on Hit, like just a bit.
Well,
go ahead.
Look, basically, as I was saying before, Goku is a smart fighter. So Goku basically learned what Hit can do. And basically he tried to use that at his own advantage, and even Hit tells him that, okay, you are prepared to take punches from me, so you just can get used to my rhythm, right? So basically that was what Goku was trying to do, and Vegeta didn't know anything about it. So,
I think that's kind of unfair on Vegeta's part.
Yes, but now
Goku,
look.
Go ahead.
Episode 122 goes back to that, but just changes the rules.
Yes.
Because Goku didn't know shit about Jiren and basically got hammered. But Vegeta knew. So that is why he did better, even though they still tried to downplay Vegeta by making Vegeta tell Jiren that you are not fighting serious with me, or something along these lines.
Yes.
Which is, people really try to avoid what Vegeta said, but let's face it, Jiren was nowhere near as serious as he was against Ultra Instinct Goku, for an example.
Yes.
And even against Ultra Instinct Goku, he definitely wasn't going full.
And if you guys want to know like when this recording is taking place, we're recording this episode after episode 122. That's as far as Dragon Ball Super has gone. We don't know anything that's going to happen afterwards.
Yeah, thanks for that disclaimer.
Yeah.
Because some people might watch this after.
I don't want anyone in the comments going, what about the Future Trunks return arc? You didn't talk about that.
Yeah, we will go into that. Right.
Yes.
I'm just trying to, go back and forth with the thing so we can explain it. We can
Yes.
link it why they do this, why they do that, and if they have actually done this later on or they have just forgotten about it. Because we will go into that.
Yeah, and Goku going Kaioken. I think everyone loves that. I actually like it a lot.
Well,
And go ahead.
it was the return of something that we really didn't see since Goku bodied Vegeta with it.
Yes. Well, we got
Forget
into
that filler thing with Spikon. Just
Yes.
forget that filler thing with Spikon because in my eyes, Goku's Kaioken there was so downplayed that I don't even know where to begin. It was like, okay, I'm gonna do Kaioken because it is gonna look cool, but did it actually have an impact?
Yeah, I didn't do it. It just lasted like 2 seconds. It was just gone.
Yeah, that's it. It was just like to show it. Nothing more from it.
Honestly, I would love to see the. I would have loved if the Kaioken came back in Z, and that's definitely a positive for Super.
Yeah,
For sure.
But they kinda explained it why they couldn't bring back
Yes.
Kaioken, and I don't think that Toriyama did bother with Kaioken. Let's be
Yes.
honest, because
He forgot probably.
if he wanted to bring Kaioken, he could have done that, but he just didn't want to bother himself. I can't say that he forgot, because the fillers, for people who don't know, in the anime, or basically here I'm going to explain why Frieza's 5 minutes were so long. It is
Yes.
because the anime tries to give manga more time to go forward. So they
Yes.
basically have more material to base the story off. That is why Frieza's 5 minutes were so dragged.
It was about like 12, 11 episodes in the anime. It was 13 chapters in the manga. That's crazy.
Yeah, but when you read the manga, it feels a lot faster.
It's very fine. It's not a very long fight. I don't even when I read the manga, I don't even notice. I don't say that the pacing's bad. Like it's genuinely good.
The manga has the pacing very good.
Yes.
But because we go back to that, if let's say Toriyama has already wrapped up the manga and just then they started to do the anime, believe me that Dragon Ball Z would have been a lot better than it was. But
Yes.
they were forced to put things into just so they give manga more time to progress forward.
Yeah, they had two solutions for that problem.
So basically, they could have done something that Attack on Titan has done, for an example,
Yes.
given a season and taking a 4-year break, and basically just showing to you something very little in season 2.
Yeah.
They could have done that, or they could have just dragged how Toei did drag. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation for Toei. So I can't really blame them.
Yeah, if I might butt in, there's two solutions that anime usually takes to alleviate the distance between the manga and the anime so they don't catch up. They either add filler, which is entirely new material, or they take the manga chapter, like the Frieza 5 minutes things, and stretch it out into an entire episode.
Yeah.
And personally, if I had to pick one, I would choose the filler, because then you get bad pacing. Because you can skip filler always, you can just always skip it, but you can't really skip Goku versus Frieza. You have to watch every single terrible paced episode. And I think that's very. I think if you had to pick your poison, I would just go with making your own filler.
Actually, yeah. But let's face it. Can you really? As I said before, they are money machine.
They are money machine.
They saw what is going, what fans really want, and come on, Goku versus Frieza. Hell yeah! Let's just make a 20-hour fight of Goku versus Frieza. Even though, when you look at it, it takes animation, man. It just
Yes.
takes the animators to do a lot of work, and Goku versus Frieza has a very good animation. For real.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say actually going back to Dragon Ball Super, the animation starts to get good around Vegeta versus Vegeta. That's when it starts getting consistent, or more consistent at least.
People like Goku versus Hit. It is amazing. Episode 39.
Yes,
But-
definitely.
But episode 40 has such a huge difference with episode 39 that I can't really start to begin talking about it. At least in my eyes.
Which was episode 40? Can you remind me again?
Well, it was Am I correct, or it was the second half of the episode?
Um,
It was basically where they wrap up the fight.
oh yeah. When they dropped out the tournament,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
that was definitely a problem.
because it's kind of, you see Goku so cool, and then
Yes.
it's like still a weird looking Goku immediately. So kind
Yeah.
of like, don't get me used to it.
Yeah, it started getting better. I wouldn't call it good yet, but it definitely started getting better around that Vegeta versus Vegeta. It got really good like during Goku versus Hit. That is just amazing. And actually, Yamamuro was there. He actually did the Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue transformation.
Yeah, I know that, and it's kind of weird that this guy is.
He's so consistent. He's so inconsistent.
But back in the day, I don't think Dragon Ball had any better animator than him. Back in the day, I'm talking Dragon Ball Z.
I would say for me, the big three animators that everyone likes in Dragon Ball Z, Ball, and GT were Minoru Maeda, who left like in the middle of Dragon Ball Z, Tadayoshi Yamamuro, and Nakatsuru. Of those three, I'd say Nakatsuru is my favorite. Yamamuro is definitely my second. I just loved how what Takahashi's done now with the squinty eyes that Yamamuro had, with the insanely just detailed art and how it just flowed together. That was just we all know Gohan versus the Cell Juniors. It's just such a great fight,
Absolutely.
and that was all Yamamuro.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's all Yamamuro, and this guy went from that to what
To
he's
this.
doing now.
Yeah,
And you kind of expect an artist, such a great artist, to actually progress even more, because Yamamuro wasn't old back then, and he's not old now.
yes,
This guy is just like middle aged.
yeah. He's around his 50s right now, 40s maybe.
Yeah, he's like 40 and something. I'm not sure how old he really is. I should have checked before talking about him, and that is
Yes.
kind of my problem. He's not old. He was not old. He was really young when you talk. He should have been even younger than Takahashi is now.
Yes, yeah.
So we are talking about, and Takahashi is like, I want to search a bit from.
He's around 24, 26, if I remember correctly.
Uh, uh, when I went to check when he has started,
Yes.
I didn't check the movies, which is a problem, and I should have done that. But when I checked about the series that he has worked, this guy started in 2008.
Yeah, Takahashi is very new. He is just a standout among the crowd.
But one thing that I don't like is that the fans have started to downplay every good animator that is inside Toei. That
Yes.
is not correct, because you still have very good animators. Like you have Manabe, for example. He was, I think, responsible for episode 57.
Yes.
So,
Manabe. Yes, I love 50.
he's very good. And is he inside Toei? I think yes.
He should be. Yes.
Yeah, he should be. I think he is. I'm not really sure, but I think he is, given to how frequently he is, and he was on the Goku Black.
Yeah.
But
And,
yeah, let's just move on from the animation right now, because I'm starting to think like I'm Anime J or DB Animator. I'm not
Yeah.
them, and I have zero knowledge compared to these guys. So check them out.
Yeah, compared to them, I know nothing, but I'm pretty knowledgeable in the animation community. I can spot a few different famous animators. Not the lesser known ones, just the ones that people you like to call out a lot. But
yeah,
back
that's the thing. I've started to
yeah.
do that. So like,
Yeah.
I can tell the difference between, I'm not even going to say Takahashi, but let's say Tate and Manabe, for example. I can tell the difference between these two guys.
Yeah, I can even spot now like Tate corrected Manabe. Like, I think it was Goku versus Future Trunks versus Future Zamasu and a Goku Black.
Yeah,
in
when
the
he
mountain
got
area.
that rage form.
Yes, in the mountainous area next to that house that Goku Black has.
Yeah.
That is Tate supervised it. Manabe pretty much animated it. Oh my god, it is so good. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, did we talk enough about Hit versus Goku and the ending of that arc? I don't think we have anything to talk about. Right.
How did you feel about Goku just giving up? Did you care? Did you? It didn't bother me, to be honest.
It didn't bother me at all because one more thing is that that is so Goku, just like versus Cell. Even though the stakes were differently, you can say that he pretty much did the same thing. He saw that he couldn't go any further, and he was like, "I give up."
Yeah. And all right. So I guess next is the copy Vegeta. It's garbage. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. I think, okay, if the Resurrection F arc is the worst canon arc in Dragon Ball, Copy Vegeta is the worst arc, period. Like,
filler
ever.
arc.
Yes, I absolutely hate it.
But the thing is that the animation is quite decent.
It's decent at parts.
Yeah,
And,
and Goku versus Copy Vegeta is so bad.
yes.
As
Oh,
a fight, it's not the directing of that fight was so wrong. The direction that the fight was taken was done so bad that I can't even start in it. But I don't think that people care way too much about it because it's just filler, you know.
it's just filler.
Toei just gets a pause with that. So let's start with the big arc, Future
Alright.
Trunks or Goku Black arc. So you go ahead.
All right. The opening. Everybody loves the opening. The first episode is fantastic. 10 out of 10.
You have to be a legitimate hater
Yes.
to not appreciate that. The best episode, one of the best episodes of Super, even up to this date, if not the best.
One of the best episodes of Dragon Ball, period, actually. Goku Black killing Future Bulma is probably one of my favorite scenes in the entire franchise.
And that hit me so hard.
Hit me so hard, yes.
You know, it's like we know so little about Future Bulma, but when we just think about what she has gone through,
Yeah.
basically she saved her own future with building that time machine. Let's forget about what the gods do, whatever. What she has done to her own timeline, she is the savior. Trunks, man, he was just a passenger on this because all what we had to do was tell Goku, and they got him stronger.
Yes.
So basically,
And,
it was all Bulma.
Yeah, it was all Bulma. It was without Bulma, the future timeline would be destroyed. There's no way Trunks,
Yeah.
Gohan, any of them would survive.
Gohan died. Trunks was going to die when they decided to stop with him, or they just got him. Because even Gohan at some point was like, okay, I cannot run away anymore. So he basically threw his life. That is the same thing that would happen with Trunks too, at some point.
And yeah, the Bulma pretty much saved everyone. And now we just see her die, and that actually gets to me every single time. Like, I think, you know, the voice actor Hiromi Sudo, she passed away.
Ah
a few,
man, that is also something really huge, given to the fact that she has been ever since episode 1.
Episode 1 of Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z, guys. Dragon
Ball, episode 1, where Bulma hits Goku with her car.
Yeah,
That is where.
And now I can't watch that scene anymore. I always skip it because it hurts me. It hurts me inside.
Actually,
And-
yeah. It's gonna be so hard seeing Bulma now. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
But back to the lighter side. I think the problems in that arc, because there are problems. They start around the time they start going back and forth over and over again.
I knew that you were going to talk about that. I just knew. And the thing is that it doesn't bother me. And let me tell you why it doesn't.
Okay.
No, it should bother me, but it actually doesn't. Because they still didn't know how to end this arc.
Yeah.
They were
it-
forced to do that. Because first of all, for people who think that Goku Black is Toriyama exclusive character, no, it's not. Toriyama publicly said that it was a suggestion that he took.
Yeah.
And that is where our worries started to actually grow. What will actually, because Toei is not the best one when it comes to this. They are actually improving, some of the guys here, but Goku Black is just a suggestion, and basically Toriyama came with the bullet points where he wants the story to go. And the writers had to basically melt it and just do whatever they can with it. But I still blame Toriyama and Toyotaro for that going back and forth thing.
Yeah.
Not the writers. Because the writers were forced to do that.
Yeah, there was definitely character development there, and but I just felt it got kind of tedious after a while. After like the third time, it would just became like kind of ridiculous to me.
They went
And,
3 times, right?
no, I think it was four because the very last time Goku got Zeno. Remember that? He just brought future Zeno back into the
But
present.
no, let's just count it. The first time was when they saw Goku Black. They saw that he's not as strong, whatever, but still he is dangerous. So they
Yes.
go with Trunks.
And then the second time is
And Vegeta gets his ass whooped. Same goes for Goku
Yeah.
and Trunks. And basically all of them return. All of them. Even Trunks, because Yajirobe saves them.
and then the second time future Trunks gets the rage boost, Super Saiyan rage.
Yeah.
And then he buys time for them to leave again.
But yeah, that is the second time. And they just come for the third time.
Yeah, they just come and then they leave because I think Fusion Damasu. No, yeah, they leave after the whole Fusion Damasu corrupts the universe thing, which is so stupid. I'll get to that later. And and then they leave and come back real quick for Future Zeno. So
Wait a
that's
minute.
four.
They actually he actually corrupts like the whole omniverse, because you can see even in the current timeline,
Yes,
Zamasu
yeah.
appears, and that doesn't
is-
make sense. Why Grand Priest doesn't know about this? Why Zeno doesn't know about this? I'm talking about the present Zeno, because
Yeah, let's-
that guy appeared.
Yeah, he really did. And I think we should just go back to the beginning though. Back to the positives. I think Future Trunks is his scene with Vegeta, him training with Vegeta, I think is great. I thought that was a genuinely good character development for him to see Vegeta become an actual good guy. I think Trunks actually states it. No, Goku actually states it now. He's like, "Yeah, your dad's a good guy now. He's not a bad."
He says in a Goku way, your dad is a pretty good guy now. That is Goku's way. Pretty good. It's not just he's actually a good guy, but he's actually a pretty good. This is a Goku for me.
Yeah, that's Goku to a T, just playing around.
Yeah.
And I think that arc is very inconsistent with Goku. They had him forget the Sensu beans twice and the Mafuba seal once.
Well, the Mafuba seal, I give it to Roshi because Roshi said I forgot to give it to him.
I think Goku should have still gone and gotten it though. He should have been after failing twice. He should have checked everything, and I think that's very ridiculous.
No, the thing is that they go back, and Goku is like, "Who you wanna take?" tells Vegeta. That is what I didn't like. Who you wanna
Yeah.
take? It's like, can't you just take that Mafuba and actually do something? Okay, it was burned down. Can't you actually just be more focused? Because this guy whooped your ass 2 times up until now.
Yes.
And it was about to happen for the 3rd time. You are facing an immortal guy. And he's like kicking Zamasu, future Zama's ass. And he goes like, I don't care how many times you go like this, I'm just gonna keep kicking you. And you can just see, because people kind of forget this, because Vegeta took the spotlight there with Goku Black. But if you analyze Goku's scene, he's just like doing the same thing over and over and over again and doesn't realize that it is not going to work.
It's not helping anything.
Yeah.
And I
And
think
what's worse, he loses Zamas, where he goes to the Trunks and they seal him.
yeah.
Basically,
Yes, yeah,
he
Future Trunks-
loses him.
Future Trunks, what's it called? Gets the Mafuba by watching a video.
Oh my god, Piccolo's video. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That is so I don't know what episode that is. I think it's episode 50, no, 65, 64. It's a terrible episode. It's just very bad. The Goku Black clones in that episode is terrible. Never happens again.
Yeah, but
And
I don't know, I kind of like the idea of the clones.
I like the idea of it, but it just literally came when Goku Black said. Vegeta asks like, "What is this new ability?" Goku Black says, "Who knows? I don't even know." I'm like, "What? What the fuck?
Yeah,
How do you
because-
not know what this power is?"
Look, if they continued with that, I believe that they would have figured out a way how to do it. But the thing is that what did he open, like
A dimension
a
into another.
dimension? I don't know. It's like, okay, you want to see this guy look cool, but can you not put it this far, please?
Yes. And
Episode 63 is that episode where Vegeta kicks Goku's black ass. That is what I
yeah,
know.
that's
And
probably
and
probably
I
one of my
the
favorite moments.
episode ends there, right? Vegeta grabs his head
Yes.
and basically it ends there. And the next episode starts with I see how you got strong and it is pain. And he starts to put his blade onto his hand, and that is where all of this bullshit starts. That is basically all. The whole arc starts to get messed up.
I think there are even problems with the writing beforehand. Because there's this. I rewatched the arc recently. I did a poll on Twitter.
I did too, actually.
Yeah, what's it called? I told my Twitter followers, which arc do you want me to revisit for Dragon Ball Super? I put Battle of Gods, Universe 6, Future Trunks arc. I didn't put Resurrection F because I already thought it sucked. I'm not watching that again no matter what.
Yeah, don't
But
do that to yourself.
yes, the Future Trunks arc, it won, and I was doing a live tweet of it.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you remember how Goku Black came back with the time ring for just that one episode. The time ring took him to the past.
Yeah.
That never happens again. He sees where Goku, Trunks, and Vegeta. Sorry about that. Goku,
No,
Trunks,
no,
and Vegeta leave, and he doesn't. The ring doesn't open a path in time to them. It doesn't do anything. They act like there's no way to go back, and I'm just like, did you just forget that the time ring can take you back if the time machine can open a portal?
Yeah, it activates the portal, basically.
Yes. And that just bothers me so much because I didn't notice that at first. That was like my second rewatch. And yeah, it's one of the earliest plot holes in that arc.
Do you know what's the thing with this? Is that I should put this on iTunes because we are talking for 51 minutes. And we are on the Goku Black arc. So should I cut this into 2 parts? Maybe I will.
Maybe you will. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. If you want to just lay down to a podcast, I guess this is the video for you.
Yeah, if you want to, actually you're like, I'm so bored and I need something long about Dragon Ball Super, where they basically touch everything. Well, here you have it. We talked even about Z, Yamamura and everything.
Yeah.
So, let's just continue with that point. You said that, and your point is correct. But
Yes.
how I always saw it, it's like that portal, basically from the future to the past, wasn't touched in so long. That when it was touched, it created something. I don't know what, but I can just say that it created something that activated the time ring. So that portal was still active when they were moving back and forth. So that is why the time ring didn't actually react to that. But still, you can argue that with, wait, didn't the portal take Goku Black again to the future? And I'm like, yeah, so basically you don't have much to say about it. They kind of fucked up. Because do you remember when Toei had to release a full article of how the time travel works in Dragon Ball?
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I could not believe it.
That's how much in a mess they put themselves. And once again, Toriyama is to be blamed because he has many interviews where he stated that he understands shit about time traveling.
Yeah, and I think personally, I don't like the Cell arc. I know it's one of the most popular arcs, but it has a lot of the same time travel issues that the Future Trunks has.
Yeah, and the one thing that I never understood about Cell is that how did Trunks kill the androids?
Yeah, in that other timeline, how did he actually?
This is what I want explanation. How did Trunks kill the androids? Because, man, he was nowhere near as strong, and he wasn't going to be. If it took Gohan that long, it was definitely going to take Trunks. And if we look at Cell, it's not that many years forward.
Yeah, Cell just came in and
because you see at Cell, he's little, but also in the present, Trunks is recently born.
Yeah,
like 3-year-old.
There's a lot of issues in that arc.
Yeah, but this is what people don't really want to see about Z. But when you go and analyze it, it has many problems.
Yeah, personally, I don't hold Z into any high pedestal. I think Dragon Ball, not Z, not G, just Dragon Ball is
OG,
the
yeah, original.
best part of the entire series, all of it.
Yeah, if I exclude the Red Ribbon Army arc, which took the life out of me every time I watched it. I'm sorry for people who like that arc, but if I exclude that, then definitely nothing even comes close to it, let alone be compared.
And I kind of like I think the Red Ribbon Army arc is better in the manga, much better in the manga.
Yes, because in the manga it is more fast paced than
Yes,
it is in the anime. That is why I'm saying it took the life out of me, because nothing really major happens. You know, it's
yeah.
like, okay, Goku is destroying this. Goku could have destroyed that anytime he wanted, beside Mercenary Tao or General Tao. How the hell did they get that wrong? I'm never going to understand. But still, Mercenary Tao, Tao Pai Pai, however you call him. Besides that guy, Goku could have taken out the whole Red Ribbon Army without any problems.
Yeah, but back to the Future Trunks arc.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't want to get too off topic. And well, where did your issues really start piling up? Like after that first Goku Black Clones episode, like where are your issues after that?
Toyotaro meddling.
Toyotaro meddling. Here we go.
And this guy, literally, he is proud that he says in an interview with Toriyama, where we got that Goku Black arc in depth, you know, where they talk it in depth about it.
Yeah.
He's like, bringing Vegeta back was my idea.
He's so happy about
And
it.
he is proud about it. And he doesn't realize that the best character, in my opinion, ever introduced just got ruined.
Yeah, and
Not only that, he downplays his powers.
yep.
Vegeta, it's not Vegeta with the way how he attacks. Not even in the manga. Somebody can say that he handled it better in the manga than the anime writers did. But not even in the manga he's that much Vegeta-like.
Yes.
I kinda look, the thing that I have seen with the fusions is like they are either too serious or just playing around all the time. There is no middle.
There's no middle, and
With the series, you just got that Gogeta that everyone wants to see in the Fusion Reborn. That is the only serious fusion that you will ever see. And what was
Yeah.
like 2 minutes?
that was like 2 minutes. Yeah, the last 2 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, but still, it was cool. I give them that. But
Yeah.
I'm still gonna count it as serious. Then you get the Gogeta on GT.
He's not serious at all.
He's just like playing around. But the thing is that he is so Goku there with this acting. You know, the way his facial expression and everything is, that is so Goku. But if you think about it, the way how he played is actually Vegeta. Because Vegeta likes to do such stuff. Way more than Goku.
It was definitely both of their faults that the fusion took too long there. But yeah, the Vegeta retcon I want to talk about specifically is such bullshit.
I don't have a problem with them making it 30 minutes. I don't have a problem with that, even though basically you always did put this Potara fusion on pedestal and you are just taking it down like nothing. Even I can forgive them that. But spending too much energy
Yes.
actually takes that 30 minutes to 7 minutes.
Yeah. If you count like the actual amount of time Vegeta was there, it was 7 to 8 minutes. Yeah, around, I think it was 8.5. And yeah, that's just ridiculous on every level. Gogeta, the person who's supposed to have a limited time limit, had more time than him in GT.
Yes,
than
that's
Vegeta
the thing.
did.
He got 2 episodes, I think, right?
No, he had one entire episode. It was.
Oh
like
yeah, it was one entire episode.
Yes.
Uh,
And Vegeta only got like a quarter of an episode. Oh my gosh.
Look,
It was the second retcon is just unnecessary. If you really want to do the 1 hour time limit, because it was 1 hour. It was
actually
just
Potara didn't have any time limit.
no before Super, yeah, but Super retcon the 1 hour time limit thing. And
When was this introduced? The 1 hour thing.
The very same episode that Vegeta appears, Goku asks Gowasu, "Hey, why did we unfuse that one time with Majin Buu?" And he says, "The Potara retcon only goes for 1 hour."
Oh, wait a minute. I actually got them wrong, because when I said 30 minutes, I just meant the Potara 30, but it actually was 1 hour.
Yes.
I'm sorry about this, because I was always thinking it differently. Like, okay, Gogeta has it 1 hour and they have 30 minutes.
No,
But
no,
it is
no.
actually the other way around. Okay, I need to apologize for this.
And
So,
then, then Vegeta, that retcon is fine. But if you think about it, if you read the manga, Vegeta is only there for 32 pages. 32 pages. Compared to Goku versus Frieza's 5 minutes being 13 chapters. That's just ridiculous to believe that was an actual hour in the manga. I guess if you count the anime, it's a little bit better, but Super seems to follow the manga more, honestly. And it's just, then the second retcon just comes in and ruins that even further. Like, you could probably headcanon the first time limit to 60 minutes, whatever, 1 hour. But then the second one comes in there and you just see, this is bullshit. I don't like it on any single level, to be honest. It's unnecessary.
look, the thing is that with that 1 hour, you explain it what happened with Goku and Vegeta versus Buu.
Yes.
You basically explain that much better than the toxic environment and all of this stuff. You explain it better. But don't make him waste his time by wasting energy. Look, the only way I could accept them diffusing if they are out of stamina.
Yeah.
That is the only way I could accept it. You have 1 hour, you are going to last 1 hour.
Just like the same way how Gotenks defused in movie 13, Wrath of the Dragon, when Hirudegarn just slapped the shit out of him with his tail. Like, they completely just knocked each other out. That's the only way where I would ever accept them diffusing early.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is that Vegeta is so OP as a character that you can't have it around. And if you can't have him around because of tension, then why the fuck bring him?
Oh god, Toyotaro, why'd you do that? Oh my gosh.
Look, I was so hyped when I saw it.
Oh, it has fantastic animation. Like, even if the writing around it is bullshit, Vegeta versus Fusion Zamasu it's a brilliant fight. And it was animated by Shida, corrected by Shimanuki, which makes it look extra great.
Man, Shida's my favorite.
Oh my god, yes.
Like, this guy's working on storyboard right now, and I'm like, I love this guy's animation, but nobody can do the storyboards like he does.
Nobody. And he's a very unique anime. You know why he doesn't come any. You can just see why he doesn't come in around very often, because he's just so talented. So the amount of money Toei must put to bring him into one episode must be ridiculous.
Shida is that type of man that you are like, okay, I want this special and I need these special guys here. Yeah. And that is kind of episode 110 with Takahashi, Tate, and Shida in one scene.
That was just
where you have the Goku rotating, Goku and Jiren.
Yeah.
That was done by Takahashi, and then it moves to Shida. No, it first starts with Shida, I think. It goes to Takahashi with the rotations, and then it jumps to Tate. I think it goes this way.
Actually, no, it actually was. I think it was. It was. Sorry, I'm stuttering. It was the reverse. Tate did that entire first Goku versus Jiren part.
Yeah, but I'm talking about just that one scene.
That one
with the rotation. That has all three of them.
No, yeah, Tate did the very first whirl, and then Takahashi did the Kamehameha, where
you're right.
And then Shida did the Goku charging and Jiren. That's what happened.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Yeah, sorry, I watched too much anime, AJ.
Man, that guy's brilliant, like, for real.
So good. And
like, no hating, nothing, not even sucking his dick, but the guy is a genius.
The time it must took to like just know all these animators is just I can't be that good ever.
I think he talked with Geekdom.
Yeah.
And he said like he has a couple of years now into this. I think it was even before Super started that
Yeah.
his passion for animation grew. And like animation is such a good thing to have knowledge at it. And I'm like, I'm starting to learn. I'm actually learning from him.
Yeah.
But I'm like, where do I begin actually learning? Because there are so many stuff that this guy can't even talk about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where do I even begin? But let's forget it. Let's just go back to the Vegeta versus Fusion Zamasu, or however you want to call him.
Yeah. And okay, yeah, that fight's great. It's brilliant. That's awesome. How did you feel about the Trunks Genki Dama sword?
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
I still think that Trunks should have killed him.
Yeah.
I still give it to Trunks because it just made sense.
Yeah.
They built everything for Trunks to do it.
They gave him an entire new form, and yet they gave him a Genki Dama sword. Oh, that's just ridiculous to me.
And the worst thing is that Goku doesn't even comment on it.
Not. Oh my gosh! Yes, he says nothing. He even donates to the Genki Dama like it's completely normal.
Yeah, I'm not wrong with him donating, but shouldn't he be a little bit more surprised because King Kai states that he's the only one that knows it, right?
Yeah. So far, he's the only person King Kai taught it. Kaio-sama taught it to. Yeah, King Kai.
Yeah, King Kai, Kaio-sama. Yeah, kind of the same thing. You fit the narrative, however you say it, because everyone knows.
Yeah.
It's like Master Roshi. It is the wrong translation, but still, Master Roshi, Mutan Roshi, you still kind of get.
Yeah. But what was I going to? Damn it! Completely forgot my train of thought. Oh yes, yeah. the Genki Dama sword. It just kind of comes out of nowhere. And then Trunks just puts it into his sword, and that's just even makes me scratch my head even more. Like, how do you even do that?
It's like this guy has apparently a perfect key control and
yeah, Trunks stole everybody's techniques in that arc. He stole the Gullet Gun, he stole the Final Flash.
Yeah, how did he learn the Gullet Gun? And he never saw it as far as I recall.
You never saw it in the Future Trunks arc?
No, he never saw Gullet Gun in general.
Yeah, yeah.
He saw only the Final Flash that Vegeta did versus Cell. That's all what he saw from Vegeta.
Yeah, he never saw it, and he also got the Mafuba. We all know that's crap.
Okay,
and then he used the Masenko, which he probably learned from Gohan.
Yeah,
but he's
Masenko, I give him that.
Yeah, it was
he
just.
He has it from Gohan. Gohan trained him. However, he has that. But the other techniques, like, I would be okay if he did the Kamehameha. I would be okay because, like, Goku did it when he saw it as a child.
Yeah, because
it's an easy thing to learn for these guys. But Gullet Gun, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Because it is even stated that when Vegeta and Goku have that amazing beam clash that basically introduced Dragon Ball Z to people, Vegeta is like, it is just like my Gullet Gun.
Yeah.
So basically, it is kind of the same thing, just different color.
Yeah, they're just all pretty much the same. It's kind of unnecessary that he has to use one. In fact, I would actually say that Trunks should use the Kamehameha since he probably learned it from Gohan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, or at least like use his own, like the burning attack that he used against Frieza was just, he could use that. He never used it once.
It was so cool.
Oh god, yes.
When he goes like, the English dub is amazing there.
The Kai dub, yeah.
Yeah, the Kai dub, because he goes like, Frieza, and you know, they are like just looking at him. It's so badass, and Chris Ayres as a Frieza, that guy blows me away. I cannot wait for him in Tournament of Power.
But what's it called? Yeah, that's actually animated by my favorite animator, the one I mentioned earlier, Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru. Yeah, he is just ridiculous. He nailed
I don't know if you saw it, but I actually had a question on Twitter where I said, where the hell is Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru? This guy hasn't worked since episode 2, if I recall it. Yes, this guy hasn't worked since episode 2.
Yeah, it was actually episode 1. He did the scene where Chi-Chi starts pointing at a Master Roshi. And yeah, because he wanted the prize money or whatever that Mr. Satan gave him.
Yeah.
That Satan gave Chi-Chi. Or Mr. Satan gave Goku, Goku then gave to Chi-Chi. Sorry about that.
Yeah, but
And then,
still.
yeah, it's that. And if you see Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru's recent work on One Piece, he is, unlike Yamamuro, he is a fantastic animator. He has evolved. He has gotten much better since he has been in
Well,
Z.
the thing is that with the Dragon Ball and when I saw some of his later works, you
Yeah.
know, after GT, I didn't like his Goku. I want to be honest.
You don't like his Goku?
Nah.
Ah, man, I love his Goku.
You know, that's the thing. It's like Fabric Goku is basically young Yamamuro Goku.
Young Yamamuro. My young Yamamuro Goku in the Buu arc, right?
In the book, yeah. Because
Yeah.
I think he was introduced there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came into the show in the Buu arc, as far as I know. Then he continued.
Yamamuro in the Buu arc and End of Z Goku, which was Nakatsuru. Are my favorite
Nakatsuru
designs.
did nail that Goku.
Yeah.
You know,
Those
when
two
Goku...
are my favorite.
I just think that Nakatsuru is way too good with those goodbyes.
Yeah.
No,
You
for
should-
real. If Super ends and he has to do that, just let the guy take it.
Yeah.
And I think that Yamamuro is going to take it.
Yeah, if Yamamuro animates the last scene, it better look good. It just better look good.
It's the last scene, man. You are wrapping it up.
Yeah.
I don't think that we are ever going to see any Dragon Ball series after Super is done.
You know,
You
I
will
really
be seeing
hope it-
movies. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say you will be seeing a lot of movies, but
Yeah.
once Super is done, you are not getting any anime, basically, show from Dragon Ball. It is going to be done and dusted because it is just going to be. It kind of feels like Naruto with Boruto. You know, Boruto is not enjoyable at all.
Yeah.
Because Naruto had like 3 series. Because not really 3, because if you look at the Dragon Ball, they still had 3.
Yeah.
And this is the 4th. But
Well, if you count Kai, yeah, it's 5. But yeah, I know what you mean. Original
but
content-
still, Kai is nothing new. Kai is just we have dragged this for you, so we are just going to take out everything that we have dragged. Not really, but still, we are going to take some of these fillers that we have put.
Yeah.
Because there are still fillers, because even the fights can be fillers, if you count filler as something not shown in the manga.
Yeah.
So basically Goku versus Frieza, a huge portion is filler.
Yeah.
Where you
It's-
see Goku and Frieza just going back and forth with their punches. You know, basically you just get the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. That was shown just once in the manga.
Yeah.
But you get it like 4 or 5 times in the anime. So that's kinda it.
And then we get into we're still in a Future Trunks arc. I can't believe it. We get into episode 67. Yes.
The
And
worst episode.
yeah, how do you feel about episode 67?
The worst episode of the arc, despite some of the garbage that they have put, episode 67 is so badly, because then I was like, this place is bad. Okay, I'm gonna destroy the whole timeline.
Yeah.
Not
It is
just this place, but the whole timeline. It doesn't exist.
Anymore. It's gone.
It's gone.
Future Trunks completely failed. He
And,
failed hard.
can someone
And
explain to me how is Goku so free just taking Zeno like that?
Yeah. And they even broke the rule that they set up earlier in that arc. If you remember correctly,
That
The-
gods are basically gods cannot break that rule by just moving. Right?
no, yeah, gods first of all can't break time travel rules, which we in Beerus say we give Future Trunks full permission to do it, which is stupid, and Goku just goes back like almost immediately to get Future Zeno when they don't have enough fuel, and I'm just like, well, how do you not have enough fuel to go back into the future again?
Yeah, it's like Bulma is like, okay, I can do this fast, but we are not going to have enough, if I recall it correctly. So we have to be careful with how we use it.
Yeah,
Because don't forget that people tend to forget. Don't forget that Trunks was fighting,
yes, he
so
was.
she had to be fast. however, she had to be fast to gather that. Not just she had the time of her life. Am I correct?
Yeah. And then other problems like the entire plan Whis tells Trunks is just ridiculous when he can just stay in the present. He can just stay in the present. No one will care. No one will. All of his friends are there in the present.
And can I know what changes if he moves to a different timeline? Like, isn't it the same thing?
Kind of.
No. I'm just like towards the show because
Yeah.
unless they move to a place where Trunks is so old that he's about to die, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, their plan was to like wake up Beerus before Majin Buu kill. No, not Majin Buu. The Bora and Babidi kill Shin, Kaioshin,
Yeah.
and then he would take care of Zamasu and all that. I'm just like, stay here, stay in the present. Where are you going?
Would actually he take care of Zamasu?
Yeah, Beerus would take. Actually, I don't even know why Trunks needs to wake up, get Beerus at all. He can just do it himself now. He has Super Saiyan Rage. So that's even less. That's even more.
Oh my god! I never even thought about this.
Yeah.
Man, you are on level of Goku and Vegeta right now. He was shown on that level.
Yeah.
You are on
And
you are on that level, and you actually need Beerus for what? Zamasu?
For what?
When
Not
you know
Super Saiyan.
when you know his plan, you can just go straight up there. And let's not forget that he had good relations with Shin, basically.
yeah, his
He got-
entire.
He got trained, so he could just be like, okay, I come here because they should be aware of the fact that he time travels.
Yeah.
I'm here from here. It was destroyed because of this. And knowing Shen and how incompetent and scared this guy is, he would
Yeah.
do something.
Yeah.
He would, but it's still Elder Kai is there. If not Shen.
Yeah.
Or,
And,
or wait a minute. Elder Kai is not, if we are talking about the Trunks
Future
one,
timeline.
right?
Yeah, the future timeline, Other Kai did not get out.
Yes, because there was no Goku.
Yeah. There was no Goku to throw a freaking kachin at it.
Yeah,
Whatever the fuck it's
that's,
called.
that's what I'm saying. Kachi Kachin. This is what they call, I think.
Yeah. And then, that arc is crap. The only thing I like in that episode is the future Zeno. When the two Zenos meet, that's pretty cute. That's it. That's the only thing I like.
First, okay, now we have to go back to the arc before, which is when Zeno first appears.
Yes.
He is so badass there
Yeah.
that is actually mind-blowing how they totally ruined that with Zeno calling Goku and just being like, Zenchan? And all of that thing. Even though it's funny, the reactions are funny. The Beerus's one, Whis' one, they are funny.
Yeah, they're just Zeno just comes in, just completely gets rid of Beerus's cockiness. Now Beerus is the one afraid, and I think that's just hilarious.
There is that scene where they call for Goku and Beerus is like, when he hits, I don't know what he hits, but he breaks it. When he's bowing down to...
Oh,
Zeno.
yes. He's eating, and then he just hears a call. He breaks it immediately.
Yeah, and that's it. But I actually like the way how they try to portray Goku as a person, because Zeno, despite anything, is still appearing to be somebody, pure-hearted, if he has one, and I don't know, somebody who doesn't know many things. It's like Grand Priest takes care of everything. And
Yeah.
you kind of see where I'm going with this, because now we are moving to the Universal Survival arc. Because everything that we talk at paused, Zeno's talking, actually meeting, it's a Universal Survival arc.
Yeah.
Actually, the arc starts where Beerus is trying to Hakai Goku, like he would ever do it, and gets tricked, and Goku goes there and starts this. But I still kind of like the idea more of Goku being a villain than Goku still saving everyone.
Oh, so we're definitely in the universe survival arc then.
Yeah, do you have anything to add about it? The Goku Black arc?
I just wanted to ask you: does the ending, these last few episodes in the plot holes, ruin the arc for you, or does it?
Yeah.
Is the arc good?
If somebody would tell me to rate it, and if I forgot the last 4 episodes,
Yeah.
I would give it 10. No, 8 out of 10, which is
Yeah.
one of my highest of any Dragon Ball arc.
Yeah.
But if you tell me to count them, then 5 out of 10. Would
Yeah.
be.
It's a 4 out of 10 for me. It's just, oh my god, the bad at the end like negatively affects even the good parts because you see, wow, that's a plot hole. That doesn't make any sense.
Do you remember when we were waiting for that Jump Festa thing, that movie that we basically all knew that was coming, but just needed confirmation? We
Yeah.
talked, and we talked exactly about this. What does make an arc good?
Yeah.
So, as I told you, I'm gonna repeat that, and you can go and repeat yours. I told you that you need a very good beginning, just like the Goku Black arc started, in order
Yes.
to hype people up. But even
Yeah.
if you fail at that, you can still make it up with the middle part and with the ending. You can still make up for it if you are smart. So basically, the middle part is still important, but the least important out of these.
Yeah.
Because still, in the middle, you're kind of like the way how it started, you are kind of into that, and the way how it is going to end.
For me, it's a bit differently how I rank. If I had to choose climax, ending, I group those together as one big thing. The climax.
Yeah, climax,
You know-
it's ending for me. Like, things might happen after, but basically, with that big climax, you gave your all.
Yeah. So the climax is the most important part for me. That's the max.
Yeah.
You have to, if let me give you an example. Let's say you're an acrobat. You're doing all these skills, you're doing all these flips, and you land on your face. The judges aren't going to give you a 6 out of 10 for trying. They're going to give you an F. So that's really how I see it. Like, it was this acrobat. The Future Trunks arc is an acrobat doing all of these flips in the air, but when it's time to stick the landing, they fall on their face. And I can't bring myself to say, oh, at least it tried. No, a lot of other arcs have tried and succeeded. Why do I have to give this specific arc?
A
You know,
pass.
yeah, pass. It doesn't make any sense.
But you could see from Toriyama's and Totaro's interview
Yeah,
that these guys didn't really know what they were doing.
they were just going in blind, and
Toriyama goes blind.
yeah, that's what Toriyama does.
But
But,
Toriyama had people there.
Yes, he had
Toriyama
people.
always had his editors telling him what to do and what not to do. So
Yeah.
you remember that famous interview with the Android arc?
Yes,
Where his editor goes like, what? An old geezer and whatever he called the...
a clown. Yeah, a clown.
Yeah. And Toriyama comes up with 17 and 18. And he's like, now these two brats? And he comes up with Cell. So
He's like, make him
basically,
transform.
Toriyama needs someone to push him.
Yes, he needs someone.
And he
If-
doesn't have that someone in Super. And that is why you are seeing these things.
Yeah, because I think Toei likes to see Toriyama as perfect, the way a lot of fans do, and I think that's kind of a mistake. They should actively try to correct,
I have
or
made
at
a
least
full
help
video.
out.
I have made a full video improving Dragon Ball Super. It didn't get a lot of views, and basically my biggest point, the last point that I talked in that video, was Toriyama to be changed, or at least have somebody by his side. And
Yeah.
I did mention Toyotaro, but Toyotaro, it's like he's like. He will never tell Toriyama something is wrong. He will never. He even tries to copy his art style.
Yes,
He's not authentic at all. And you cannot expect from Toyotaro to deliver. And actually, Toyotaro's manga that he did, Dragon Ball AF,
yeah,
is better than what he writes for the actual original Dragon Ball.
I don't exactly know if I agree. I haven't read Dragon Ball EF in a while.
But man had ideas, and man,
Yeah.
and actually, I mean, he was young.
He was young, yeah.
Yeah, and let's face it, for a guy at his age, doing that Dragon Ball EF is like the biggest fan-made manga. That's why he's writing the original manga. He's illustrating the original manga right now. Because he's the biggest one. You have many great ones. I have read a couple of them, not everything, but just a couple of them, and I don't say that I like them, to be honest.
Yeah.
They just don't feel like Dragon Ball-ish, you know?
Yeah.
They just kind of feel like I'm just good at drawing, and I'm just gonna put this there. But with Toyotaro, his AF was actually good.
Yeah, I actually
I give him a pass. That and this, what was it, Yamcha's, how it was? Reincarnated as Yamcha. Yeah.
Yes, that was Dragon Girl Lee, yes. That is hilarious. Such great stuff.
It was amazing, and it actually really did catch some things, you know? It made me appreciate Yamcha a bit more.
That was I think some of Dragon Ball's best. Like, and if I had to give something, how can I explain it? I think Dragon Ball Resurrection of Yamcha or Reincarnation of Yamcha is much better than Dragon Ball Super. I think both of them. It's such a fantastic piece of work.
Yeah, but it's kind of short, but it blows me apart.
It's a very unfortunate, yeah.
It's like 4 chapters, right? Yeah.
Three chapters.
3 chapters it was. Yeah, and in the end we see that it was all Beerus' fault.
Yeah,
it was hilarious.
And I want to just briefly touch on the filler arc after the Future Trunks arc.
Goku versus Zed, Vegeta versus Arali.
Yes, that's fantastic. If I had to give my favorite arc in Dragon Ball Super, that's my favorite arc in Dragon Ball Super.
The baseball episode was hilarious.
Hilarious.
You can't get any better with a filler episode for me.
I think that's probably one of my favorite filler episodes in all of Dragon Ball. Goku versus the Dr. Slump crossover and the Yamcha baseball episode. Great stuff.
Okay, but I have to give that Goku and Piccolo getting the driving license.
Yes, yeah, that's such a fantastic.
That I cannot forget. It was so funny. I always die of laughing when I see that.
And then, that's pretty much it. Those Krillin had some great moments in that arc. Hit actually developed as a character a little bit in that arc.
Yeah, but they actually stated the episode. Vados says that he is actually fighting as a martial artist.
Yeah, Goku giving Hit the orders, like, through Vados, to assassinate himself, that is so Goku. That is the best Goku moment in a while.
Yeah, but where did he take the courage to actually take the money?
Yeah.
It's like you have that goofy thing when Goku turns Super Saiyan back in Z, and that when they are asking for Goku to come back and he refuses, and Master Roshi goes like, he's the strongest in the universe, but he's scared of his own wife.
Yeah.
And that is actually correct. If there is one person that Goku is scared of, that is Chi-Chi.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, yeah.
Some people think that it is out of respect, which I do agree. It is out of respect. Goku doesn't know how to respect any better. That's the thing. I don't think that you have seen anyone telling Goku, man, you shouldn't do this. Because let's face it, you remember as a child when he was touching women, I don't want to say the girls, if they are girls or boys, when he was told not to do it, he didn't do it anymore.
Yeah, he just didn't. Goku learned.
Goku is like, he cannot learn without you telling him to.
Yeah, because if you don't tell Goku to fix something, he's not going to fix it because he doesn't think it's a problem. He was raised in the country; he doesn't know it's a problem.
And the most boring talk ever is Goku a good father? I don't want to even touch upon that since we started this.
I don't even care about that debate, to be honest.
I just want to say that he's not a bad father. That's all what you people need to know.
I don't think Goku is a good father. I don't think he's a bad father. That's where I stand on it.
Bad father? No. Good father? No. He's in the middle. Yeah,
he's in the middle. Because he doesn't have a job. He doesn't give money to his family. The one time was Mr. Satan, and that was a gift. He didn't work to get that money.
Well, he actually tried. If you remember, as a bodyguard with his sail.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all he does. And I guess he works in a farm every now and then.
Well,
But
kinda, yeah, and because he thinks it's a training,
yes,
not because he just wants to do it. He thinks it's a training, and Chi-Chi kinda forces him.
yeah. So now, finally, back onto the TOP, the Tournament of Power arc. How did you like the exhibition?
Actually, man, I have to correct you into that because it is Universal Survival Arc. Tournament of Power is portion of the arc.
Oh yeah. I don't know why I just call it the.
Everyone is calling it that, and I don't know why it triggers me.
It
Believe me,
triggers-
I don't know why it triggers me. Like, normally, if you would call it Future Trunks arc, Goku Black arc, Future Zamasu arc, whatever you would call it, it wouldn't trigger me. But this
Yes.
does, and I don't know why.
Yeah. All right, the Universe Survival arc, the exhibition matches. How did you like them?
I love them.
Yes, agreed.
Definitely, I made the top 10 fights, and basically Majin Buu versus Basil was there.
So you would you think that the Majin Buu versus I forgot his name, Bazil was the best fight?
The best fight out of three, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
It
I
was
think-
better animated, and it made more sense.
And yeah, Majin Buu like wanting to fight because Mr. Satan got sick or hit. I don't know what. I don't know what
He
happened.
was hit. I think when Boo was, when that key blast goes through
Oh,
Boo,
yeah.
it exploded there. I think
Yeah.
it was because of that, and I think something did hit Satan. I can't remember it correctly because I need to go and rewatch this arc.
And then Majin Buu got serious, and that just changed the entire match right there. That
Yeah,
just
but
like
that is what makes it good. It wasn't
Yeah.
good. It was boring. Majin Buu was just playing along, and there you have Goku telling Basil like, "Get him mad," you know.
yeah.
Basically, that was Goku
Get him
versus
mad.
Cell in a nutshell. Get him mad.
And Gohan versus I forget all the wolf people's names. Gohan
What
versus
was
the
his
yellow
name?
guy. The yellow guy, I don't know.
Okay, Bergamo was the one that Goku fought.
Yeah.
Basil is okay. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, he's the most forgettable one.
Yeah, but
yeah.
he does basically nothing besides that poison.
That poison stuff. And I like the fight a lot. Although they called it a draw. Although Gohan clearly won that fight.
Yeah,
Like he won that
Gohan
fight.
won it, and he won it without eyes, which
Yeah.
should even be appreciated even more. Which should be appreciated even more. Which, do you know where it took me back?
Where?
Where Goku gets blind by the Ice Shenron in the
Yeah.
GT.
Yeah, I love that fight.
But I don't
Right.
know why that for me is such a crap thing.
It's crap.
How he gets his eyes back.
Oh, in GT or in like Dragon Ball?
GT.
Yeah, it never bothered me because like it never said like. Yeah, okay, I actually see. Yeah, it's a problem. He just kind of
because
gets it back.
It's just like, okay, I got my eyes back, you know?
Yeah, he didn't take any medicine or anything
And
like
he
that.
is so useless without his eyes that you wouldn't think it would come from somebody like Goku. Like, he's getting his shit kicked, and
Yeah.
he's like, okay, I got to focus. He focuses for a little bit, then gets his shit kicked again.
Yeah.
And that is what I kind of don't like about GT, just like the same thing with Super 2. They are inconsistent.
Yeah. But back to that fight with Gohan versus whatever. That was pretty good. I don't actually like Goku versus Bergamo. I think
It's
it's kind
crap.
of just boring. It's kind of boring. Yeah, it's crap.
Goku versus Bergamo is crap. But I think they just put it there just to have that third wolf guy fighting so Goku could showcase a little bit of his power to get Topo fighting. That's it.
And then Goku versus Topo, I think I like a lot. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
Goku
pretty
versus
good.
Topo was done very well. And very well. I just talk it in Russian accent right now. And the thing is that people downplay Topo so much that they were actually surprised that Topo was kicking Gohan's ass, which is not a surprise at all.
Yeah, it's not surprising. I think the power scaling in Super is weird, but I never found that specific scene bother me.
It shouldn't bother you because there isn't anything wrongly done. Because
Yeah,
at the end of the day, people still forget that Topo is actually above Jiren when it comes to his role in Pride Troopers. He's not
Yes.
stronger, but he is above Jiren.
He's
Yes.
he's the actual leader.
I do understand that he cannot give orders to Jiren. Not even Belmont could,
Yeah.
or Belmont, I think. Belmont it was.
Yeah.
And he didn't give orders to Jiren. Some people might be like, but he told to crush Goku. He basically tells him, it's enough with saving the stamina, and now is the right time. And
Yeah.
Jiren just kind of agrees, it's not like, okay, boss, or anything. Jiren is like, yeah, it's like, you can talk as much as you want. And from the animation that they sent Belmont to Jiren, you could see who is the boss.
Yeah.
Because Belmont is like, it's on his side. It's not like he is telling him, just straightly go and crush Son Goku. But he actually gets close to him. Even with his mind, he actually goes to Jiren, and not Jiren to him. If he was giving orders, he could be like, Jiren, come, and you have to do this. This is how I see it. He's not ordering Jiren. He cannot order Jiren.
Yeah, when Jiren was stated to be stronger than the gods of destruction, or at least some of the gods of destruction, I immediately knew, Belmont doesn't order him.
I think that some of the gods of destruction is not valid. He's
Not valid?
stronger than all of them. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Not because he has showcased it, but because Whis, before the tournament starts, specifies that there is a mortal stronger than a god of destruction in front of Beerus,
Oh, yeah.
and they go on and talk about that match with Kitala.
Yeah, they did.
So
Wow.
I'm telling you, if Beerus, knowing Beerus, if what we said was wrong, Beerus would talk there.
Yeah.
But he is like, he is stronger than all the gods of destruction. Just, when Ultra Instinct was revealed, it literally said, now God's work is done.
Yeah.
So, doesn't that give you a hint?
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah, it actually does explain a lot of stuff that
When you pull things together, you can get the right answer.
Yeah. But how did you feel about the recruitment episodes? I actually liked most of them. Yeah, they were actually pretty well.
Goku vs 17 was good. What came after wasn't at all. With that spaceship weird thing, no.
Yeah, that was garbage.
That no. I liked Gohan versus Piccolo a lot.
Yeah.
My favorite part is Gohan and Piccolo versus Goku and Tien, where basically Tenjinon is just like there to get his ass kicked.
Nothing. Yeah, he just gets. Oh my, yeah.
Tenjinon is what Piccolo becomes just like 5 minutes after.
Yeah.
Because Piccolo is like, okay, let's watch this.
Yeah.
Fuck the teamwork, let's just watch this.
Tenshinhan's like, can I help? He's like, no, we can't do shit. Let's watch.
And I don't understand when people say that Super ruined Tenshinhan. When was the last time that this guy was relevant?
Yeah, I'd say probably the Boo arc when he deflected that one blast from Super Boo, but that's pretty much it. In GT, he didn't do anything.
Did he show up on GT?
Yeah, he showed up twice.
When was that?
He showed up episode 64, the very last episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and episode 40, the episode where everyone was getting off Earth to evacuate.
Yeah. When they, yes, okay, but that's it.
Yeah.
Like he got more screen time in Super.
Yeah, he got more screen time in Super.
But
definitely.
I wouldn't say that more screen time equals good screen time because he didn't get any good screen time. Like literally, Master Roshi tanks him.
Yeah.
That is part of what we are talking, where Goku has to interfere there.
Actually, one of the episodes that I didn't like was the Tenshinhan training, the little his martial arts academy thing. I didn't like that episode. It was the girl just came out of nowhere and she's supposed to be like 60 years old. She looks like 10. She was like 15 years old. It's weird.
It's that girl was Chi-Chi from back in Dragon Ball. That's it.
Yeah,
That
she was
girl
hot.
was Chi-Chi. Yeah, she was. Yeah, but that's it. If Tenshino was more relevant, we would see her again, but I don't think we will.
Yeah,
I bet that they have already forgotten that they have done that.
yeah. They also Roshi training to overcome his pervertedness was
That was good.
that was pretty good. I mean, first, I don't mind if he's perverted. He can be perverted and still fight. He's been doing that all of Dragon Ball, so I don't. But yeah, I like the fact that he actually tried to get rid of it.
I actually want him to be pervert once Tournament of Power finishes.
Yeah,
But I don't care what people will say, all of that training went for nothing, because, man, that training was for Tournament of Power.
yeah.
So it's
part
not
of-
relevant after, and I don't think you'll see Roshi fighting after.
Yeah, part of what makes Roshi so special is that he is perverted. Like you see Mr. Roshi, Master Roshi, and you see, yeah, he's gonna do some perverted stuff right now. That's part of what makes him character, funny, and special. Because he's a serious martial arts teacher, but when he's just lounging around at home, he's just watching a girls dance on his TV.
Yeah, but that's what Roshi is, and if you take it away from him, that's not
Yeah.
Roshi, and that's is what I'm saying. I want him to be pervert again.
And then the actual Tournament of Power. Actually, let's talk about the Frieza episode. That is, oh my god, the Frieza
Shida's
episode.
episode.
Yeah.
He nails
God.
it.
Shida, yeah, he did the scene where
Where Goku and Frieza punch each other.
punch each other. That was
That was Shida's part.
yeah. That still where they punch each other is so well drawn. It is the best
And
piece of art.
can we talk about the effects while they are rushing into each other?
Oh.
You could see how much power is there. They
I'm
are
surprised.
basically telling you that, hey, this is going to be powerful, even before their punches land.
Yeah, it's just a ridiculous like. I almost like fainted. Shida is just so great at putting so much detail into character art that you can feel like the effort into each punch, each move.
Takahashi is Shida Jr.
Yeah,
If you want to call that in animation terms, because both pay so much attention to details. Like, we will go into the last episode soon,
Yeah.
because we are talking for over 1 hour and a half. So we'll go back to that. If anybody has made it here, you're a hero. But I'm just enjoying this. So yeah.
yeah.
And now can we start the tournament? Because that Frieza, we all know it was great. I don't think there is something you can add. Frieza
Yeah.
just being like, okay, I'm just gonna kill because I'm not allowed to kill there. And basically his hand slipping at Goku's stomach. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Although I just one more thing before we move on to the Tournament of Power,
Yeah.
and it's something you want to talk about earlier. It's the treatment of Majin Buu.
Oh, I forgot. Look how many things we have talked. Yes. Look, Majin Buu is not appearing to be a character that is going to fight anymore.
Yeah,
They got him skinny just to put him to sleep, even though we all know that if they wanted, they could just have Gotenks there and he would wake him up.
yes. Something I've always noticed is that they made Vegeta break the time machine. Not the time machine. What am I talking about? The
Time Chamber.
the room
of Spirit and Time.
Yeah, they made him break it, so now they can't shove Boo in there. But then you think about Gotenks, he can scream his way into the chamber and then put Boo in there. They can still have him there for 4 months and wake him up. But they didn't think about that because Dragon Ball Super doesn't make good decisions. And now we're left with no Boo. And
But
they didn't even
I
use
think
those-
that Boo being there is kind of cheat code.
Yeah.
He
It's
is
'cause-
strong and he can heal. Like now imagine Jiren is whooping Goku's ass and Boo just goes heals him, because let's face it, some people could be like, but they are going to target him to take him out, whatever. Krillin
Yeah.
was able to hold his own. Master Roshi was able to hold his own. And you are telling me that Majin Buu can't?
Yeah.
You cannot tell me that, because there are only few specific characters who can take Buu out. And with Gohan being the leader, he wouldn't let that happen. Because
Yeah.
Gohan was all about team play. And when Gohan would see such a huge, important person there who could basically save this all for them, because they wouldn't even care to get damaged anymore. They wouldn't even need to save their stamina.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of, if Buddha was there, everything that they did was pointless. Goku holding back, Vegeta holding back, everyone holding back would have been pointless if Buu was there.
And something Toyotaro actually noted that I didn't even notice at first. Something you just mentioned right now is that Buu can heal people, and Toyotaro put that in one of the panels of the manga. How useful it would be if Buu actually was in a tournament, and I'm just like, wow, they really lost a big asset to their team.
Well,
because-
remember when Buu could cure that guy's eyes when he was blind? That
Yeah, I
little
totally
kid?
forgot. That didn't occur to me until I read that again.
Yeah.
And so just thinking about that, they lost a big asset. So the fact that they didn't even try. They didn't even try to wake him up, to be honest. It was Mr. Satan and he did it off screen.
Let's face it, if Goku wanted, man shake it the whole earth with his Super Saiyan 3 transformation.
Yeah.
And you are telling me that he wouldn't wake Buu up? Because let's face it, he was a lot weaker than he is
Yeah,
right now.
so if someone blasted Boo in the stomach, he wouldn't wake up? Or in the face? No?
Or
no,
let's
really?
face it, even if he doesn't wake up with these, you are basically screaming there. If Goku powered up, the whole house would have been destroyed. If he went as far as he went when he faced Buu, at first, then Buu would have waken up without even having to punch him.
Yeah.
Oh, these guys can scream so loudly that, believe me, you don't even need Gotenks. Because see how they scream when Jiren punches both Goku and Vegeta. Look how much Goku screams.
Yeah. It's just...
You know what we forgot to talk
okay.
about?
What did we forget to talk about?
Masako Nozawa's Goku Black performance.
Oh my gosh. We didn't talk about Goku Black in general, actually. Okay, let me just say this real quick. Goku Black is the best thing to come out of Dragon Ball Super. He is the best... Okay, in my opinion, he's the second best villain in Dragon Ball next to Baby. And I think his execution, Masako Nozawa's performance, the way he just talks, like how he thinks he's just so much better than anyone else because he's a god. That was that character.
You know, it's like a good Zamasu. Because Zamasu versus Zamasu, they have the same words. But
Yes.
when Nozawa does it, it's not annoying.
Yeah, it's not. I actually don't like Zamasu because he gets annoying after a while. Goku Black I love from like day one.
That's it. I laughed so hard if you have watched the Hero stream that happened in 10th October. And they asked Masako Nozawa, what was the weirdest thing that you had to do? And she was like, I was in a scene where it was Goku and Goku Black. And I was like all alone in a room and everyone was looking at me. And I don't know if you know, but she switches from the character to character immediately. She doesn't need to actually stop the recording and go to the other character. She does it there. She's like, she could be there. You could have there Goku, Gohan, Goten. She will hold the scripts of three of them and just change it immediately without having to stop the recording and then start with Goten, then do Gohan.
Yeah, she does an instant switch. She knows each character.
Yeah, that's it. And
Yeah.
I'm not pro that crap that Toriyama picked her. She deserves to be here.
Yeah, she just deserves. Even if Toriyama didn't pick her, I would love her. That she is the person that should have been Goku. Or
Yeah,
that should
she is
always
Goku,
be
man.
Goku. Yeah, she should always be Goku.
She's Goku. Sean Shamel is great. Like, I don't want to start with Dub versus Sub here. Sean Shamel is awesome as a Goku. He sucks as a Goku Black. And let's see what he's going to give to us. One more week.
One more week. And then
I really cannot wait for that, actually, because I'm gonna rewatch it again, like, live, whenever it's going to be.
Okay, then we actually get into the Tournament of Power. I think we can both agree that we don't like that Majin Buu got shafted again.
Yeah, I don't like it, but
Yes.
it had to be done. I do understand that decision.
Yes, I just feel like they could have written a way around it. But on to the actual Tournament of Power. That is the first few episodes I don't actually like.
The first episodes are very boring. People paid a lot of attention to the reused animation, which didn't bother me at all.
Yeah, it didn't bother me.
Why would it bother me when... It would bother me now if we didn't get what we got. But we got, they did pay us back for that.
Yes.
In some sort of way. So basically, just forget about it, man. Just forget that reused animation. But the episodes actually were not good.
Yeah.
Especially that first episode where tournament started.
Yeah, it was just...
You had some good parts, and all of them involved Jiren.
Yeah, almost everything good is about
it's
Jiren
that
or
get lost.
Yeah.
That's a great part. That is still one of the best moments in tournament.
Yeah.
And when that Universe 2 guy, he's kind of evilish looking. He's kind of orange. How was his name? He was, did you watch this, the future Ribrians, not future Ribrians, the second Ribrians, the girls that they dress. You know that guy? When he gets scared of Jiren, he goes like at him, and Jiren just looks at him, and he's like, no, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I totally...
That is what I loved, because I love how they are handling Jiren.
It's. I don't even think Jiren is a very interesting villain. I mean, he doesn't have a personality. He's just a really strong guy. But how they make him seem intimidating? How they make him seem scary? That's very well executed.
Well, let me tell you that I think that Jiren, for me, is actually the best villain or antagonist, I should say, in Dragon Ball in general.
That's blasphemous. I'll kill you for that.
And yeah, you are right to tell me that. But this is before I get disappointed. Because I just know that at some point soon these guys are going to disappoint me.
Yeah.
Because there is so much that these guys could do with Jiren that is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Let's face it, do you know when did this become? It was on the last episode.
Yes.
And where my opinion grew. Because Goku asks him. Or no, he asks Goku. Why do you seek to get stronger? Or do you seek to get stronger? Something like this. And Goku just tells him, I just like to get stronger. And he goes, what about you? And he says, I seek something beyond strength.
Yeah.
So definitely this guy is seeking something. It is hinted with the Super Dragon Balls. He wants something.
Yeah.
And that is what makes this character so enjoyable for me. Because many people like Cell so much, but basically they gave away Cell's character immediately after Piccolo talks with him.
Yeah.
That's it. No mystery whatsoever. Cell shows up, the next episode we get everything about Cell.
Yeah, it's pretty much just one and done. You don't really have time.
I like what they did with Goku Black. I'm liking what they are doing with Jiren. They are keeping that mystery. Making us think. Why is this and how is that?
Yeah, it's definitely...
They failed with Goku Black. I should say that. They actually failed with him.
Yes.
In many ways, especially how they handled that Zamasu taking his body thing.
That was a plot hole.
That definitely was wrong, but with Jiren, that is why I'm scared. Now you have so much to say about this guy. You can literally, I was talking with my friends the other day, I think it was on Sunday, and I told him that after this episode they have to do an OVA about Jiren.
They really should.
They have to do this. They just owe it to us because you are presenting to us such a great character, and I'm really not gonna forgive them if they just let it slide like that like it was nothing if Jiren just gets erased. Because
Yeah.
let's face it, it is all hinted for Universe 7 to win it.
Oh yeah, and actually, a big problem I have with this tournament is that Universe 7 doesn't really feel pressured. Like for most of the tournament, they have the most fighters. For most of the tournament, like they pretty much have everything under.
Gather every other universe that has knocked the people that they have knocked out, they don't even have the half of what Universe 7 has
Yes.
done.
Actually, Universe 7 has knocked out 48 members of the Tournament of Power.
Yeah.
That's more than half of the actual people that showed up. It's
I think it grew, that number. Didn't it grow with Anilaza? Or Aniraza, however they are.
No, Anilaza was sort of a fusion of 4 different characters, so I don't really count it.
Yeah, no, this is what I'm saying, because I think it was 48 before that.
Oh, yeah.
So it should be 51.
Yeah, wow. And, oh my god, another issue I've had with the recent episodes, specifically 120, 121, I think 119 too, is that Universe 7 does all of the work. Universe 11 just watches,
But 122 explains that to you. Because you have the Supreme Kai of which universe he was, and he goes like both universe handled this tournament their own ways. While Universe 7 was targeted, Universe 11 just decided to rest. If you watch, they have knocked out, I think, 2 people, and both
Like
of them
2
have been
people.
from Jiren.
Yeah.
And we all count Jiren as a person who doesn't take the others out, so that tells you
Yeah.
all.
And also, how do you feel about the pacing? I think it's a very badly paced tournament.
I don't know with who I was talking. I think it was with DB Animators, and I told him that the thing that I'm scared the most is that they are going to turn this into a Goku Black arc or Future Trunks arc once again.
Where they ruin it at the end?
Yeah,
Yeah, that is what I'm scared of.
and this is how it is going, to be honest, because once again they seem out of ideas. Did you look at the spoilers? If you manage to avoid them, then you're a genius. I give you that.
All I know is that Vegeta is going to go a new form. Everything after that, I mean, you could tell me spoilers right now. I don't mind spoilers.
No, it's not about that, but I can, I don't have even to spoil it to you or anyone. It's just that they seem out of idea.
Yeah, they seem to be doing. I have thought that they were out of ideas for a while now. The fact that they made Anilaza, or no, Anilaza is the big giant guy, right?
Is that robot where Pepperoni and the other robot fused to create it?
Yes, yeah. When he was pulling techniques from Fusion Reborn, Janemba.
Yes,
and,
Janemba's one.
I was like, wow, really? Are you doing this now?
Well, it was kind of cool, but I told you, they take things. They don't come up with news. They will just take things out of everywhere from Dragon Ball.
And that really bothers me, because Dragon Ball Super relies so much on Z, Ball, and even GT a bit. And
quite a lot in GT, even though people like
Yeah.
to deny, because they take that direction.
actually, one of the members of Universe 2 is a friggin' Sufurian, a Tuffle.
Yeah, a Tuffle, Sufurian.
And I was just like, what?
And this is what gets me scared, because how did a Yodrat and Sufurian end up there?
Get into Universe 2. Yes, they're never going to explain that. It makes no sense.
It's all gone then. With them gone, it's all gone. So basically, we might get a guidebook in typical Toriyama way, so we will understand that. That is all.
My biggest fear with this tournament is that they're just going to go Goku or whoever. I don't mind
Goku winning it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Gohan if I had to bet on anybody.
I don't think so. Look, my opinion, let me tell you this. They are highballing so much Vegeta right now that they are not taking him out. Okay, I have to spoil things for you. Episode 124, I think it was.
Okay.
Or 125, something like this. It's called God of Destruction Topo. Power Unleashed.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that I heard about.
And I just knew that you cannot really avoid this, because you will have an art there, and basically when you read something about it, you will get that.
Yeah.
So that tells me that right now Gohan, who is going to do a big mistake this week, is going to face him, to face Topo, right? And Android
Yeah.
17. My idea is that Topo is taking out both of them. But in order to actually keep it balanced, Goku is going to have to go alone against Jiren. And that
Yeah.
is where we are going to get the triggered Ultra Instinct Mastered whatever thing. While
Oh.
Vegeta is going to have to face Topo. And here you have that balance, and I see both Goku and Vegeta staying on stage. Or maybe even Vegeta winning if they manage somehow to do that Geekdom's theory where they just both Goku and Jiren take each other out. Which
Yeah.
it's kind of good, but I don't think it will happen ever.
Personally, this is a headcanon.
Yeah, mine was
it's gonna
headcanon
go
too.
with I feel like it's gonna be a like overtime, you know, because the tournament of power, the rules are, if whoever has the most teammates at the end of the tournament wins. But like, the way I see it going is that there's gonna be two left from one from each universe, Universe 7 and Universe 11, and they're gonna go into like overtime. They're gonna like fight it out. Probably the Grand Prix is gonna say, "I'm gonna give you 5 minutes, sudden death, finish it now." That's probably what they're gonna do. That's what I think is gonna happen.
Well,
I think Detective Q said that Aquaman.
Yeah, correct. I love his it.
Yeah, I love his videos.
Look, your theory and even his are good. But wouldn't it be stupid if they give them another 5 minutes? Not saying that things that have been done up until now aren't stupid, but that would have been kind of overboard. Because
Yeah,
now,
would.
unless they don't start to rush them out. Because basically, now what I expect from Toei to do is have Beerus and Belmont actually telling them time is running out.
Yeah.
This is what I want to see. And okay, you didn't have tension up until now, but that is where you're going to get the tension. Time is running out. Jiren is not playing around anymore, and the next episode tells you that.
Yeah, and actually, I want to talk about a big problem people say with this tournament. How do you feel about the characters of Caulifla and Kale?
And this is the most divided thing in the fan base. People either love them way too much or either hate them way too much. There is no in between, and if you ask me where I am, I hate them.
Oh, you hate them?
Uh,
Let me say this. Let me just go here first. I like Caulifla's personality. I don't like the fact that she gets Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 of all things in 5 seconds. Super Saiyan is fine. Super Saiyan 2 is really pushing it, in my opinion. I don't like the fact that she exists to just do everything. She wants to be like, ooh, I want to do that. Ooh, I want to do this. Ooh, I want to do that.
that is what I was going to use against Caulifla. It's like everything she sees, she just wants it immediately.
And I guess that's part of her charm to people, but I think that it just makes her annoying and puts me off. And
the way
Kale. Okay, let me get to Kale first. Kale, I absolutely hate her. She is literally the biggest Broly reference in the entire show, and I hate the Broly movies.
man, she's a Broly without personality, and Broly never had personality.
She's a Broly who wants to fuck. That's all she wants to do.
Yeah, honestly, what the fuck? Honestly, and this is what she is, basically. She's like going to carry Caulifla's ass for the rest of her life,
Yeah.
while saving her ass because she's more powerful.
Yeah, and
But she's still behind her. You know, she has... I don't know, it's like... Kale is that type of person that gets picked on school.
yeah, she is, and she's sort of like Gohan in a way, where she gets like really strong when she gets mad, but I don't feel as
She's
really
not
well
written as
executed.
good as Gohan.
Yeah, she's not nearly as good as Gohan though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but it's kind of the same road.
Yeah, it's the same
path.
trigger, I guess.
Yeah,
Anger is the trigger.
yeah, basically, yeah. But let's face it, for Saiyans, like for all of them, anger is the trigger.
Yeah. And it's just she doesn't really have a reason to be angry. Like, okay, Kale actually develops as a character, and I'll give her this. She becomes less shy, like across the tournament, and she gets a little bit more confident in herself.
That Takashi's episode, that is the only
Yes,
place.
yeah.
That Takashi's episode, because she's straight up telling Goku, like, that's it. You know? When she
Yeah.
grabs him, she's like really badass there, but that's it. Like, they diffuse, and she's the same.
Yeah, and then Caulifla is even worse at this because she never develops at all.
Uh,
She stays the same, like pretty much stagnant.
And-
Like I still want to get, I still want to get Super Saiyan 2. I want to get Super Saiyan Blue. I want to get Super Saiyan 3. And then when she gets kicked out of the tournament, she just goes back to, "I'll get you next time, Goku." And I'm just like, you could have used that opportunity to have Goku say something, because they were clearly going for like a mentor student thing with Goku and Caulifla. Goku could have said, "Actually learn martial arts. Actually learn how to fight without being like," because we said she's a street fighter, not a martial artist.
Yeah, but that's it. They could have used. That's a fair point. They could have used
Yeah.
that reference to being like, yeah, how about you train martial arts a bit more?
And then you come back to me and we can fight again.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
it. And
that would
and basically, you could have Goku telling her, "I will give my best to resurrect all of you." Basically, you have Goku and Vegeta for the same, because Goku wins, Vegeta wins, both are going to wish that.
Yes.
Universe 6 is coming back no matter how much people want to deny it or don't want to actually accept that fact. Universe 6 is coming back.
Yeah, I don't like it in principle. I mean, I know they're coming back. I know that no matter what. But I just don't like that this tournament's gonna feel like, oh, okay, now all of this long, very kind of boring in parts tournament just for them to come back. I mean, that's gonna kind of ruin the arc for me a little bit. It depends how it's done.
One of the toy writers, I don't know who was, had said, I don't know where I read this, I couldn't believe my eyes at first, had said that writing Goku is the easiest in a tournament.
Yes.
Because
Oh
it
my-
is. Because
Right.
all you get is fight. And all what Goku is about is fight. You kinda don't stick him in the middle. You know?
Yeah.
You don't have to make Goku make you don't need to have Goku making decisions. You
And
have
there is a-
Goku there doing what he loves. And
Yeah,
that
and
is
there's a-
why they are nailing Goku's character ever since 109.
Yeah, definitely. And that there's a, I think in that same interview, they stated that the best thing about a tournament is that a battle royale tournament
Yeah.
is that Goku can always be at the center.
Yeah,
And
but
to me,
that
that's
is
kind
basically
of
it.
that's kind of a problem, because Goku is kind of too present in this tournament. Whenever somebody else does something, Goku is always there. And it kind of feels like GT, where it's kind of Goku time. And it bothers me. I want, like,
But,
why does Goku always have to get the spotlight?
Let's face it, it has always been Goku time.
Yeah.
Tell me one major thing that has happened in Dragon Ball that hasn't involved Goku.
Let me see. Okay, I'm actually thinking right now. Fuck. I guess the Bardock special. Do I win?
That still involves Goku. That
And
still
then I'd say-
involves Goku, not just because Bardock is his father.
Yes.
But basically, Bardock has the flashbacks of Goku versus Frieza, and basically his last words are Kakarot.
yeah.
So that still is Goku. That is still is Goku centered.
Yeah. And
Do you know
Back-
where you could go?
what happened?
Future Trunks special episode.
Yes. Yeah. The Future Trunks special is. I think it's pretty. It's not actually very. It's pretty absent of Goku, besides the fact that he dies pretty early on. But it's still the theme is still, we have to go find Goku. We have to get him. You know, he's gonna help us.
Yes, but it's still like Goku is still talked, but
Yeah.
I just don't think he's that major.
Yeah.
He's not that major guy.
Yeah.
because you still have others developing. While with the Bardock special, everything there happens for developing Goku versus Frieza. Basically,
Yeah.
just
And
give him one more reason to that happening. Even though Goku doesn't give two shits about Bardock,
yeah.
it's still it's his father, and in people's mind, that Nakatsuru has nailed it.
Yeah.
That
Nakatsuru did that special. He
Yeah,
supervised.
I know because I have a full video on it. Just saying that Toriyama is a prick for changing his design. I like Nakatsuru's design more.
Oh, you did? Actually, I kind of liked. I think I like Toriyama's design a bit better.
No,
But
Toriyama's is way too Goku.
yeah, it's way too Goku. in my
And
opinion.
Nakatsuru is Goku, but there are different. And Toriyama's is just like Goku with a bandana on head and with basically a scar mark on face. That's it.
The bandana is so cool. Don't even lie.
Yes, definitely. But it's not like Nakatsuru couldn't put that. Just don't
Yeah.
change the whole design. Because Toriyama basically changed the whole design of it.
Yeah, I think the Bardock special is part of why I like Nakatsuru so much. But back to Dragon Ball Super, and I'd say back to Caulifla and Kale. I don't like them that much as individuals because one of them doesn't grow and one of them grows for just a bit. And then, but I really like their fusion, Kefla or Kafla. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced.
Kefla, I think that is how they are writing it, so I guess.
Yeah, it's Kefla. I think is actually pretty damn cool. I would have preferred it if they stayed fused forever because I just really don't like Kale and Caulifla.
Actually, that would have been the solution to show them again.
What would you say?
That would have been the solution to to show them again and actually just be able to bear them. Because Kefla was cool.
Yeah.
Kale and
Kefla was-
Caulifla were upward
Because
were
the-
not.
Yeah, because Kefla actually seemed to have. She had the regular,
Fusion.
Potara personality. Yeah.
Basically, that is.
confident.
And you know what I don't like? That people are such hypocrites. How is it said?
Hypocrite.
Hypocrites. Yeah, I'm sorry. That they are like Vegeta is so cool, but when actually what Vegeta does versus Buu is the same thing that Kefla does versus Goku.
Exactly.
I'm just sorry that your favorite characters are not them. The personality is all the same. It is playful. It is cocky. It is all in there.
Yeah, I think I like Kefla a lot. She's first of all, she's hot.
Oh my! Don't get me with the memes. People have memed that so much that you have. Oh man.
Yeah, and
Her
I
ass
mean,
and Jiren's ass.
my only problem with Kefla actually was the fact that she went Super Saiyan 2, but she didn't go Super Saiyan Berserk or whatever they're calling it now.
Well, I think
Is
it
she-
was a mixture.
It was a mixture, really?
Yeah, because it's like it's like Berserk because of the color.
Oh, the
Because-
color green. Okay, yeah.
And she was stacking Super Saiyans on top of it.
Oh, yeah, okay. I
know-
don't think I got that.
This is how I always thought it, and I even made not a video, but I said on my review that it's like it's the Berserk is the original, because it is the more powerful one. So that is
Yeah.
kind of the priority, and it stacks the Super Saiyan multipliers on top of it, and that is why she's basically so strong.
Actually, now that you mentioned Super Saiyans, oh my gosh, let's talk about one of the things that I hate most about this tournament. The return of Super Saiyan God. Oh my god. That makes no sense to me on any level. I don't like it.
I bet that it was Toyotaro once again because he did that in the manga.
Yeah, it was almost definitely. I don't think Toyotaro told him, but I think Toy was.
The reference was Toyotaro definitely because they basically ripped off what he did with Vegeta versus Goku Black.
Yeah, I
Goku
think
going back and forth.
Toei was trying to copy because Toei probably saw how popular SS God was when Toyotaro did in the manga, and
Yeah.
I'm a big
But the big point of that, what they didn't really understand, is that it wasn't popular.
Yeah.
It wasn't popular because of the god, but it was because of Vegeta doing it.
Yeah.
It was a Vegeta scene that he's able to do it. And what they did, they just gave us Goku doing it, which wasn't that special at all. Even though that episode is still one of the best.
Yeah.
But they really had to throw Goku in there, didn't they?
Yeah, they always do.
And because Hit was doing so well on that episode that you kinda just ruined it with showing Goku. Because at the end of the day, they still switched partners.
Yeah.
At the end of the episode, it was still Hit who took out this one. Not took him out of the ring, but still basically took him out of the fight, and this was to retreat to go behind Jiren's ass so he will be saved. And I still do think that Hit wouldn't let him go if it wasn't for Jiren.
Yeah.
Hit was intimidated by Jiren ever since he saw him. You could clearly tell that they were telling us that.
Yeah.
And Hit is not the type of person to just let you go. He's not Goku or Vegeta.
Yeah. He isn't a Saiyan. He actually tries. And I think one of the best Hit moments was in the tournament, where like after the 1 hour special, which we barely talked about. Well, we need to get on that. On the 1 hour episodes, because I don't like calling it special. It's an episode. At the very end, Hit just comes in.
Do you know why it has to be called special? Because you never get 1 hour episodes, so that is why that special thing is.
I mean, I consider a special like a 1 hour story that's completely different. Like the Bardock special has nothing to do with the Frieza arc, and that's where it aired. It kind of has something to do with Frieza, of course, but the Future Trunks arc isn't part of the real story. You don't really need to watch it. The Future Trunks special isn't part of the Cell arc. You're already told everything. You don't really need to see it. So it's a different story that's loosely connected to the main story.
Yeah, I get where you are coming because of the names that they have put.
Yeah,
to these specials.
And the special for me, I consider it as 2 episodes stuck together, 109, 110, and
I just hated it that they sent it as 109 and 110 to
yeah,
these streaming sites instead of keeping it just like an hour long. Because man, you told us that it is going to be 1. I watched it live, it was 1. And when the site crashed and everything, like 6 hours after the episode aired, I go to Crunchyroll and I see 109 and 110. And what I see that they have cut off one thing that I wanted to rewatch again.
yes.
Not
Yeah,
re-see.
they did.
And that is Grand Priest saving Xenos. Not saving, but trying to protect them.
Yeah.
That is...
Firstly, I watched the edited version first. I didn't even know there was an unedited version where they cut out where that scene was there. And so when I was watching it on YouTube, I was like, wow, what the heck is this? I saw the scene because I heard about it. And then someone put it on YouTube, deleted scene 109. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah. So I click on it, and I see the Grand Prix is saving Zeno. I'm like, wow, I didn't even notice that at all.
That's kind of the thing.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean,
they shouldn't have done that. I blame them for it. They shouldn't have done that because as a 1 episode, it came off a lot better than as 2.
Yeah. I don't think it would have had the same impact if it was just 2 episodes, like week after week.
Yeah, it definitely wouldn't. So let's give Toei credit here because both were so well done, but with the way how both were done, they had to be connected and they had to come one after another. If I had to wait a week for Goku to throw that fucking spirit bomb, I would kill myself. Because it's like he took quite a lot of time there, and they basically take even 5 more minutes from the 110. Literally would destroy all the beauty of the episode.
Yeah, it's definitely a problem. And do you want to talk about the special for a bit?
Yeah, let's talk about it. We are already there.
I- yeah, 109, I think is a good episode. I don't think it's particularly great. 110. Oh my gosh, 110 is so well directed.
I think
Uh,
and I think and 109 is actually very good.
yeah.
It is
It,
just not rated that highly due to Ribrian.
yeah, I love Ray Brienne. Let me just say that right now. I love Ray Brienne. But
I
I actually
hope that if someone reaches here,
yeah.
they will definitely comment on that. So
Yeah,
I
they will.
just know how much you have watched it, people.
Yep. Well, if you don't get mad at me hating Khalif and Kale, well, who cares?
Well, I hate
So
Khalif and Kale too, and I made that public. So
yeah.
I
Well,
kinda
we'll
have to.
we'll both get killed by the commenters. We'll die together.
And we
Yeah.
just got cut off. So we'll just continue with 109 and 110 and with the guest here liking Ribrian.
All right. Yeah, I actually genuinely love her, Rihanna. I think the last episode she was in. Let me just get away from the special real quick. The one where she got eliminated. I like the fact that she accepted that love is kind of different. Or she was making fun of Krillin in one scene, and then
That was so
Yeah,
hilarious,
that
man.
was so funny. Like that's who you're married to.
That
And then-
episode
then I-
was top notch. Whoever
Yeah.
says anything like man,
They don't know what they're talking about if they don't like that episode.
it was great.
But yeah, when she gets out of the tournament, she's in her base regular form. She's just like, maybe love is different, and I'm just like, yeah, that scene got to me.
Yeah, you're not stubborn. Now I see this. That's
Yeah.
it.
But she actually developed, unlike Khalifla and Kale.
Yeah,
So
actually, yeah. And do you know what's the funniest part with Ribrian? When Ribrian is basically those love key blasts, if I can call them, and when
Yeah.
Goku goes like, "It's tingling. What's this?" That's basically just kind of telling you that Goku understands shit about it. And they actually develop Goku by when they put Goku on that. How was it? How is the name about it?
Yeah.
That heart black hole.
Oh yeah.
When Goku goes like, "Oh, now I see what love is, but I prefer the guts. You know, I prefer to end the thing with guts." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's right." And that is actually how to develop even your main character.
Yeah,
He
and
has just
okay,
to say
so
one word, and that's it. And we haven't even touched upon power up until now, which I'm glad.
yeah, and 109, 110. Back to that. 110 specifically. The introduction to Ultra Instinct is just insane.
Well, Yamamuro, you still can do it, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was
did
his
that
scene.
turnaround. Yeah, he did the
When
turnaround.
Goku turns around, it's his scene.
And then everything after is Tate.
Yeah, Tate and
Takahashi Ichida. All done.
yeah, but there are Ryo Nishi, I think. Ryo.
Beyond-
I don't know his name. I think he did that smoke. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was definitely his smoke and his smoke effects there. But boy, those key blasts were all Tate, and they looked just like his style. Oh my! I'd say, what was your favorite part in that fight?
My favorite part was okay, now I have to pick between the two because I face it. If we are talking are you talking about the whole episode?
I'm talking about specifically the 110 Goku versus Jiren
Yeah,
part.
but the whole episode, the 110, so I can pick everything from there.
Yeah,
Okay,
everything from there.
the first thing, my absolute favorite moment in whole Dragon Ball Super, not just that episode, is when Whis is like Beerus, Lord Beerus, something like that, and Beerus goes like, he's coming. And there is that, that light coming out. It's just, that Beerus reaction, and he goes like, he's coming. It's so emotional. It's so well done put that I couldn't get over it. It's my favorite moment. And I know it's not the biggest possible moment, but I kind of like these little parts.
Yeah, it's a very strange thing because
You get off of a few of the episodes early in the tournament, and you think, yeah, this isn't going to be good. It's just going to be another boring tournament. And then 110 comes out of nowhere, and it rocks your world. And you see, wow, this tournament's changing. This is going to lead to something great.
It was actually the turnaround, and not just animation-wise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I noticed that. Like the animation, except for like one episode since the special.
Even that one episode was decent.
Yeah, it was decent. Yeah, everything just looks great. Either it has great art or it has great animation, or in a few episodes case both, which is great in my eyes.
Yeah, but that's it. If you can't really compel to tell a good story, at least make it look good then.
Yeah.
And this is what they are doing basically. They are they are actually avoiding these writing problems with great animation, and that is why people are loving more and more Dragon Ball Super. And this is why I think that Dragon Ball Super is not going anywhere. I went as far on my video as saying that with the ending of this tournament is actually the beginning of this show.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Personally, I want Dragon Ball to end. I want it to. I'm not saying it's going to, because I want it to feel like it's like the finale. You know, the finale is just one big final tournament. But Dragon Ball Super is making so much money that I don't see it ever happening.
I couldn't believe when I saw that it actually was able to beat One Piece.
Oh, that shocked me.
Couldn't believe my eyes.
One Piece has been going strong for like people don't realize this is the 20th anniversary of One Piece.
Yes.
On the 20th anniversary of One Piece, Dragon Ball Super came in and beat it. They just insulted One Piece right there.
Yeah, but the weird part is that the same studio does them both.
Yeah, it's a Toei Animation.
Toei Animation. For
Yeah.
people who didn't know. Actually, how can you not if you watch them both? Because it says Toei Animation right before the episode starts.
All right, so I think I got everything I wanted to talk about. Is there anything on your side that you want to say?
Well, yeah, kinda. 110. Since we were talking, it was great, but
Yeah.
it wasn't something that people think it was. Most of the people still think that 110 was the big climax.
Yeah.
That was not. It
That
was.
was-
It was the showcase of Ultra Instinct. It wasn't about Goku versus Jiren. First of all, I just want to let people know that Goku versus Jiren is going to happen.
Again,
The
yes.
real fight. That fight was more about showcasing Ultra Instinct. Basically, just making it look great, and let me see my reasoning behind it. 110 is just like showcasing and bringing it up to us. Episode 116, 115 or 116? 115, right? Because... Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
115, was it Goku Trainstinct versus Kefla? No, it was 116, where Takashi was the second key animator and did that Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
So basically, 116 was explaining it to us, which they did.
Yes.
With Goku doesn't hit that hard and everything, and basically it was a middle point for me. Just like we talked. It was a middle point. Just like you are making an arc. It was showcasing it, which they did it great. The middle point wasn't that great for me. Many people enjoyed it, I did not.
Which middle point are you referring to?
I'm not referring as a middle point. I'm just referring about Ultra Instinct's second time showing up versus Kefla.
Yeah.
So that is my middle point.
So if you had to choose between the first Ultra Instinct and the second Ultra Instinct, what would you...
Definitely the first one. Even though the second one got the development, it wasn't well done.
Yeah, I don't... Oh, they keep playing the same song. Yeah, I hate it.
I
like
was so scared for the last episode that song was going to show up.
Yeah.
But that song should be Ultra Instinct special.
Yes.
Whenever Ultra Instinct play it that. But why do I need to watch it? Was it Android 17 versus Anelaza? I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
Why? Like, you have so many great songs. They really do have. They have amazing songs. Why don't you play another?
Yeah,
They
it's
ruined it.
definitely
They definitely ruined it.
it's yeah, they take away what makes that first insert song just so special the very first time it shows up, and
I'm willing to.
it's kind of become a meme now on Twitter. Like people put like Ultra Instinct Goku does anything, and then that song just comes on. Like it's just that song you can put. It's just a joke now because now it's in everything, and it's kind of unfortunate. But that's kind of what we're stuck with because they played it already so much.
And that's the problem. Like, I'm willing to bet that they are going to change it
Yeah,
for the next Ultra Instinct show up because it is going to show up. You are still going to see that shirtless Goku. You are. You just know you are.
yeah.
We are going to see that actually because I'm going to see it too. You are, and the viewers.
Are you? Okay, here's a big issue people have. Like, are you? Because the pacing of this arc, I think, is pretty slow and terrible. Are you tired of this tournament?
Yes,
I
absolutely.
am very tired. Yeah, I'm very tired.
I'm exhausted. Yes, that's. I do accept that they didn't handle it perfectly well, and this is once again what leads me to that future Trunks type of ending.
Yeah,
This is
that they're
what
just,
gives me that vibe. Even though the production is like a million times better, it still gives me that vibe.
yeah. It's. I mean, it's a complex scenario. I don't think it's gonna end very good. I think it's probably just gonna land. At most, at its best, it's probably just gonna land decently. Maybe with like everyone just coming back to life. I don't know. That's how I see it. I don't think it's gonna have like some big fantastic ending though, like the ending of Dragon Ball GT or the ending of Dragon Ball Z.
But the show is not ending here.
Oh yeah, but like the ending to the arc, I mean, it's not gonna be like great. I don't think so.
It's not gonna be an emotional relief. That's for sure.
No. All it's gonna make me do is go. Finally, it's done.
Let's wait what they have next.
Yeah,
And
it's probably gonna be. There's actually a bit of a debate right now. Do you think Dragon Ball Super is gonna take a break after this
yeah,
hiatus?
I even saw. Actually, that makes sense.
I'm not too sure. I don't think so actually.
Well, I don't think like a break. I'm not really sure how that new series that was going to replace it for some time. That was going to replace it for some time goes, but I don't think it should go as far as more than 15 episodes, which is something that Dragon Ball Super needs. The writers
Yeah.
need, the animators need.
This is also something I saw for the future. Herm said that 120, I think the episode after 122, 123, I'm pretty sure. Wow, that was stupid. Anyways, 123 is supposed to be airing. There's two different sources that say one of them is airing on Saturday.
Yeah, what
Like,
was on Thursday?
and one of them is airing on Wednesday. So maybe they're just going to move Dragon Ball Super to Wednesday. I don't know. That's going to be weird, though, honestly.
Oh, if they move it, it's gonna be so weird.
Yeah.
But what if they really do it?
I
I
don't
kind of
think-
feel like it would kill the hype of the show.
Yeah, because Saturday's a great day. Like that's a prime time spot. The one that Dragon Ball Super has, it airs right before or after, I forget.
Right
One Piece.
before One Piece. Basically,
Yeah.
you just Dragon Ball Super finishes and you get those One Piece commercials and straightly goes into One Piece.
So yeah, that new show they must be pushing it really hard because I don't think they're gonna replace One Piece's spot. If it gets a Dragon Ball Super's time slot.
Well, I think that Wednesday was actually Dragon Ball Z's usual day when it aired.
Really?
Yeah, this is. I read that somewhere and I saw, I think, in one of the Geekdom's videos. Like, I'm not sure which, I'm not even sure if it is Geekdom, but it was that day when it aired. And it was actually at night in Japan.
Wow.
Not during day, it was at night. So I think 7 o'clock, something like this. So in summer days it shouldn't be at night, but still in general it is. And
Yeah.
and that is kind of like why Dragon Ball Z is far more gorier than Dragon Ball Super. Because I miss
Yes.
gore. I want to be honest, I miss blood.
Yes, I do miss.
And
We had
do you
one
know what's
scene-
the fact? I completely forgot that actually Resurrection F had, even if a little bit, not the arc, the movie.
Yes.
The movie had. And where did I watch the movie? Like 4 days ago? And
Yeah.
I watched it. And I watched it because I was making a video and I was like, okay, I need to take shots from this movie because the animation is so superb.
Yeah.
And I'm watching the movie and I'm like, okay, there is blood, even if a little bit. There is.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it. And I think that if Dragon Ball Super moves, it has to move for a good reason. Just go back to that Dragon Ball Z style. Not with that much. They cannot go that much. But
Yeah.
just put a bit more blood. Now
Yeah.
imagine how dope would be this Vegeta drawn by Takahashi having blood.
Oh God, yeah. That would look so cool. And I do you think they'll go past the end of Z? I mean, well, like
Yes.
in the next arc. In the next arc.
Nah, in the next arc I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But they
I
will
think-
definitely move past that. Because we all are waiting for that.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my problem. A big problem with all of Super that we didn't talk about. It's just we already know what's gonna happen. We don't have to feel tension.
Yeah, that's the thing. They have to move past this in order to add tension.
Like that's a positive for GT. It started after, so you don't know what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, you are kind of surprised, and this is why this tournament has no stakes.
Yeah, it really does. It
Even
feels
though-
like it has stakes because they try to tell you, but you know, like a few years later, Pan's gonna show up flying into Goku's house or whatever.
I
You know?
don't care even if Universe 7 loses here, unless they want to retcon the end of Z.
Oh, please don't do that. I would hate that.
They might do it, actually. I think they will. Given to how many things Toriyama is changing, that is definitely a possibility.
Yeah, definitely.
But Toyotaro is going that way. He already showed Oob. He visually showed him.
Yeah, the Oob, yeah.
He
Oh, that was a great callback. I love that one actually.
Yeah, he visually showed Oob, unlike the anime where we didn't get him. Like, we haven't seen him. Bravos, we have already seen Oob. So, we have gotten a whole series with Oob in GT. And we have seen Oob at the end of Z. So, why don't you show him? Like, then he's talking to Goku and he's like, who is he? And basically just move and go to Oob.
Yeah.
Because there are people who have actually started with Super and have never watched Z.
Oh God. Please go back and watch Dragon Ball Z, even GT. Just watch it all. Don't start with Super.
Well, many people have, and that's the thing. But now I
Yeah.
see many people going like, thanks to Super, I went back to Z, I went back to the OG Dragon Ball, and I went to GT. So many people have done that.
Yeah. It's. I don't condone it. If you should start from Dragon Ball.
Let me tell
It's
you
like-
here, I'm telling the viewers here, if Super actually takes a break, I'm doing a Dragon Ball Z rewatch here on the channel every single day. Like, definitely. Like, I'm going to do it, I'm going to review every single episode. And I'm gonna
Oh.
be far more critical than I am to Super. Just because.
Just because.
Yeah.
And is there anything you want to add?
Not really. I don't think there is anything left to talk about. Except power scaling that people have heard every single day of their life about.
All right, let me just say it right here. The power scaling sucks, but it sucked in Z. It sucked in GT. It didn't suck that bad in GT, I guess. It was kind of consistent there. It really sucks in Super, though. That's all I'm gonna say.
We all talk about this, but are people actually going to just let it slide the fact that Vegeta goes from 24,000 power level to surpassing Frieza's first form?
Yeah, after like 2 power ups, that's it.
Are we really going to let that slide?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
People act like Dragon Ball has never done this. It has,
Yeah,
man.
it doesn't make it good. Don't get me wrong. It's not good, but it's
You
it's
accept
tr-
it. No, the thing is, you accepted it back then, accept it now.
Yeah, exactly. And so there's something else. Yeah. So on the whole, would you consider Dragon Ball GT, no, Dragon Ball Super, a good series, bad, in the middle? Like, if you had to give it a rating.
Not good, not bad, decent. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 is not bad.
I would actually give it the exact same score. It's a 4 out of 10.
And do you know that this series, if it goes for longer and actually keeps improving, I'm seeing good signs. This is
Yeah.
what I'm going to say. I'm seeing good signs. The production has improved a lot, and they could go up. Nobody's saying that they can even get better than Z. Nobody's saying that because visually they are definitely going that way. If they keep this constantly for the rest of the series, the animation is better than in Z.
Yeah.
If they
Definitely.
keep this, I'm talking episode 110 and after, 109, 110 and after. What they
Yeah.
have done, I don't care about 1, 2, or 3 bad episodes. I care in general what you showed us, and they have been pretty consistent with good art, good animation.
Yeah, definitely.
So visually, they're good. So they just need to. I want that break just because it will give them time to actually reorganize an arc, write it properly, and give time the animators and everyone to understand. Because I still think that these guys don't really have the right chemistry between them.
Yeah.
I just think that sometimes it's either the animator or the episode director doesn't really know what the writer wants. It's like these guys don't even communicate with each other. It feels that way, especially which episode Universe 6 and 2 got erased. It was 118
118. Yeah.
and 119. No mention whatsoever.
Yeah, they completely
Nothing.
dropped.
It's like it's forgotten, and that is what tells me that this thing is not correct. That is what tells me that they lack chemistry.
Yeah.
They have to sort that out.
And I'd say, lastly, is Dragon Ball Super has made a lot of mistakes, but I do see it possibly getting better. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that the signs really prove anything, to be honest, because we have a movie coming up, and I don't know how the movie's gonna affect the anime. It's definitely gonna take away some of the animators. So it might look a little bit worse.
The thing is that it is going to take only the best ones. Tate is going there, definitely. Takahashi is working there. I know that Takahashi is not toys, but they are not missing him. And Shida is going there. Definitely, this three, the best that have worked up until now are going.
Yeah, but then we're left with the average to bad animators, and then we have, I'm pretty sure they're gonna add filler. They have to add filler after.
I already said in my video, because I keep mentioning my videos, but I have to go back to what I have said. I have said that we will get like 10 weeks. It's either going to be 10 to 15 weeks of break, or it's either going to be of filler.
Yeah, I would give. I'd say the chances are more filler to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, in my opinion too, because a filler is still going to make money.
Yeah.
A break is not.
Plus, like, a big part of what makes Dragon Ball Super different is, like, it's made to sell toys.
Yeah, but it has always been that way.
Yeah, I mean, well, Dragon Ball Z was made to sell, like, the manga, mostly. Dragon Ball GT was definitely made to sell toys.
Both
But,
of
yeah,
the
Dragon Ball
newer
Super-
series.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Super is probably most guilty of this, adding 70 characters to a 65, kind of Universe 6, is definitely, a cash grab. They're asking for money. They're asking for toys sales.
Yeah, but remember that Rose Black reveal? It was from a
Yeah.
toy.
Yep, that was, actually, that was toy. I was just thinking about that.
It was from a toy. Geekdom saw it in a I think it was the Amazon Japan. I'm not
Yeah.
really sure. He saw it there and he reported it.
Yeah,
I
it
was
was,
so creeped out by that. I was like, pink. I wasn't calling it rosé. I was like, pink. Super
Yeah.
Saiyan Pink. But when I saw it, I was completely blown out. It was so great.
Yeah, I think the explanation was a little lacking for what it really was. In the manga, they explained it a bit better.
Yeah, because it was corrupted. That's it.
Yeah, but in the anime, the first reveal was just so great.
And he names it just like, oh, I see you saying so. You are naming your forms. Okay, this is Super Saiyan Rose. Basically, he's mocking them, you know?
Yeah,
And that is something kind of cool.
yeah, definitely. Um, wow, I think we talked about everything.
Unless we are going to make our own episodes, we have touched everything.
Yeah, I mean,
Besides the power scaling, but we all agree that it is whack. But it has
Yeah.
always been whack in Dragon Ball, so nothing to really bother you there. I can understand why it bothers people, but yeah.
yeah, and if there's any last thing I want to say is that if you like Dragon Ball Super, that's fine. You can like Dragon Ball Super. We're not saying you're wrong, but we're just pointing out that these are problems that matter to us. Like, these are problems that we see with the show.
Well, it is kind of depends from the age, you know. If you are a bit younger, you are still going to enjoy it no matter what. Because
Yeah.
I never saw Dragon Ball Z problems when I was a kid. But growing
Yeah,
up,
me-
analyzing it, I started to see why it has problems. For many years, it was that perfect anime show that had no flaws whatsoever. Because it
Yeah.
had good visuals, and that's it.
I think, yeah, one of the only things Super has going for it is the fact that they can develop their characters just a bit, but not even that much because you can't completely change them from how they were in the end of Z.
That's the
And-
thing. They are still. They have some boundaries that they can't push.
Yeah, unless they retcon it. Yeah, that's still a possibility, but
But I don't think. I told you that there is a huge possibility, but I
Yeah.
don't think they will.
yeah. Wow, this is very long.
And we have no sure because it was cut once. But
It was like-
this is
oh,
around
yeah.
3 hours.
Yeah.
This is if I would have to give with the. Oh God, help me to edit this. But I'm not gonna edit that much. Now let's not make the drama queen. I just have to edit that cut part where we were cut.
Yeah.
So basically that's the only thing, and I think this, what I'm talking right now.
Yeah.
So that's it. We pretty much touched Dragon Ball Super for all of you. And let me tell you, it takes 3 hours to discuss this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and one more thing, it was a tweet of me that actually did get quite a decent of likes. I said that Dragon Ball Super is destroying the streaming sites for the second time in 3 months. A bad show doesn't do that, and I stand by it. It's
Yeah.
not a bad show. It is very lovable because let's face it, you love it, you hate it, you are still watching it, man.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna show respect to a person who legitimately hates it when he gives
Yeah.
it up.
yeah.
I'm talking a person who hates it.
Yeah. If you hate it, then I mean, I'm not saying it's not okay to criticize. Yeah, you can criticize the show.
No. There is a huge difference between criticizing the show, something that we have done here, or
Yeah.
hating the show. I'm not hating it. I love it. It's Dragon Ball, and I don't want it to end just because it's Dragon Ball.
And I am a bit different. I don't love Super, but I don't hate it either. I'm just in the middle. I'm here for the ride.
Yeah, as far as I can see, you're watching it just because it's Dragon Ball.
yeah.
If
It's Dragon
this
Ball.
was any other show, I bet that you would have dropped it, just like me.
Oh God, yes. If Resurrection F Battle of Gods is how it started, I would have dropped it.
I have actually dropped it after Resurrection F.
Oh, when did you get back in?
After like 6 months.
Wow.
Not
Is that
6 months. There should have been around 4 months.
Oh,
When this Frost thing started to blow up. Because I remember that around the time they had a break.
yeah.
And everyone was talking about Frost.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'm getting back to this. That's how I felt about it.
Yeah, you just want to like put yourself back in there, see if it's
Yeah,
okay.
but I enjoyed it. Onwards, I never dropped it. But Resurrection, I've.
On the whole, this is something I say about Super. I enjoy Super. I don't necessarily think it's that good. You know, I can enjoy something and still say it's not good.
Yeah, it still doesn't make it good.
Yeah, like let's say like you enjoy like there's a lot of you're watching a TV show and a lot of really cool stuff happens right now. Like it's cool, you enjoy watching it, but it makes no sense. Like you're allowed to say, "Wow, that's bullshit," but it looks cool though.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Just let's end it with this. What I liked, episode 122, was that Vegeta did hit Jiren, right?
Yes.
And he started to take the upper hand. But on the same episode, he told Jiren that you are not taking this seriously.
Yeah.
So basically, okay, I'm doing this good just because this guy is not giving a shit about me. Because we saw
Yeah.
what happened when he gave a shit about him.
Oh god, he got his shit wrecked. Are you looking forward to Super Saiyan, Purple, Dark Blue? I don't know whatever Vegeta's gonna get.
Yeah, because I hope they make it authentic. This is what I talk at. If you want to watch my last video, just go ahead. Because I had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
Because
I am.
I talk
Yeah.
about it being authentic from now on. Not just, they are still going to follow with the same path, but basically are going to take different roads.
Yeah. Goku and Vegeta definitely diverge there. Although I say my one criticism that I put on Twitter that a lot of people agreed with. I was surprised actually. I thought this was I thought I was like in the minority here. Is that Vegeta kind of after he got Super Saiyan Blue training with Whis, he kind of wasted his time. He's been training with Whis for like 2 years, and now he all of a sudden decides to give up, and that kind of makes the last 2 years kind of irrelevant, in a way. But that's really my only problem with that. And
In a way, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, it definitely does. And I can understand why people actually agreed with it, because it does make a lot of sense. But
Yeah.
I still think that this has to do something with Vegeta's training with Whis.
Yeah, I definitely like the concept of it, but I would have liked it if somewhere along the road Vegeta said, "This training isn't for me. I need to find something else." That would have been like that would have made this moment like, yes, he finally found that something else, and that would just help me get that moment.
But
Help.
he kinda, okay, he never said that, but it kinda was implied with him going alone in the room of spirit and time. It was kinda implied that
Yeah,
he has found something. You just know that he has found something because
Oh,
he,
yeah,
he was
definitely.
getting stronger. Let's say this, he was developing a lot better than Goku in terms of strength.
Yeah, that was definitely you could see his face, and there was something there.
It was very suspicious when Vegeta wasn't shaking when he saw Ultra Instinct.
Yeah,
He's like, they are so fast, I cannot see them, but he's not bothered about it.
yeah,
Like, that is what I call good writing.
Yeah,
They
they
are
were-
nailing Vegeta. Now, let's face it, he's been the best character in Super, for me, from the old cast, I should say.
yeah. Who's your favorite in the new cast?
Whis.
Whis. I'd say probably. Man, I had it. Probably Goku Black. Yeah, he's my favorite character.
It's so hard because I just have that top 5 that it is so hard to pick between them. But still, Whis, I just love him the way how he teases Beerus.
Yeah.
And how he became Goku's fanboy when Goku was using Ultra Instinct, it was special, you
Oh,
know?
that was pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, oh my god, and Beerus was like shaking, That made it great.
Yeah.
That definitely made it great.
All right. So, anything else you want to do before we wrap this up?
Well, all what I want to do is thanks for spending these 3 hours here, man. I really appreciate it.
No problem. If you guys want to have access to my channel, it's gonna be in a link
It's
down
going
below.
to be linked down below, no problem.
Yeah.
It's the name of my channel is not a very good channel. It's a joke, honestly. If you guys would like to subscribe, I'm gonna be making my own videos there.
Take a look, guys.
It's gonna be about Dragon Ball, but not just Dragon Ball. I like to talk about other things as well, honestly.
Well, I will be starting to drift my content too, I think. Unless I don't open a new channel, I don't want to stay fully Dragon Ball when there are so many things to explore.
Yeah, I mean, the anime is for everybody. I mean, even if you don't like Dragon Ball Super, even if you call it crap, there's
Yeah.
other anime to talk about. I want to talk about that with you guys.
Yeah, that's it. And I believe that most of you have watched other animes besides Dragon Ball in general.
Hopefully.
Yeah, because Dragon Ball kind of got us into the anime. It was like big anime boom with Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, you know?
Yeah.
And anime kept growing, and today is like one of the biggest industries.
Yeah, definitely. And the fact that Dragon Ball Super is doing good is kind of
That tells you all, man. Look at how much money it's making.
man, wow. It still shocks me to this day, honestly.
It's making millions. Good or bad, Toei is earning
Yeah.
millions from this.
Yeah. So
Like, it's Dragon Ball. Let's face it, when I saw that Dragon Ball Evolution had made $80, $80 million, $80.
$18.
$80 million. Unbelievable. I couldn't believe my head. Just because it had Dragon Ball then.
Yeah.
I don't think a person has made himself suffer for watching that more than once.
Yeah.
And that tells you about the money. Has anyone ever bought that?
Yeah. It's a very
If
actually
you-
I still haven't even watched Evolution.
If you
I
haven't
don't-
watched it, I was just going to say this for the viewers. If you haven't watched it, consider yourself lucky and just don't.
Yeah, I don't care if you consider Super bad or GT bad.
First of all, you,
Evolution
you
is still
consider
towards-
Z, GT bad, then man, don't even go into that because you're getting a heart attack.
Yeah.
So I'm just telling you, just don't waste your time. It is a complete waste of time. And Toriyama himself, when he was angry, he said that they didn't take any of my suggestions. So basically, he was just credited there just to be credited. Nothing else was taken from Toriyama. So yeah,
Yep. All right. So do you want to wrap us up?
it's all done. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks, Victor. Follow him on all of his social media platforms that I'm going to leave them, including YouTube. You will have him on Twitter, where he is quite active. So that's where we met, basically. And thank you once again for joining in. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a great time, all of you, and peace.
See you soon.